What's up, guys? It's Dan from the Dan the Man Show. And I got only like fucking 3 hours of sleep last night, so I am very fucking tired, but we're doing this because we love it. You can follow me at twitter.com, I don't know the link. Just look up the Dan the Man Show. Just look up the Dan the Man Show on Twitter, YouTube. I think I have a Facebook page still, but fuck, I don't post there anymore. So, you can follow me. I don't care. And coming soon to Pornhub, I guess. What about the other two? Who's with me?
John,
you want to go first?
It's DRM.
Can you stop doing that?
God damn it!
For God's sakes, fine. I'll go first. Salutations, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, RiverJo. You can follow me at Twitter at RiverJo24 because I had to go through 23 other people.
All right, my turn.
Yes, your turn. You're the last one.
All right, I thought you were gonna advertise your Twitch as well, but all right.
I'll do that at the end.
Okay.
Oh fuck! If I knew we were doing it at the end, I would have done it at the end because now I feel like a fucking dick.
We're doing it anyways. We're doing it live. My name's Migbello. If you like art or art streams, you can go ahead and follow this Twitch right here, and you can follow me on Twitter, Mig_Bello, and that's because I had to go through one idiot who won't give me the fucking handle because he hasn't signed in since 2012.
You fucking guys have like the worst fucking luck with their usernames.
It sucks. Dude, you don't even understand. For some reason, people love the name like Migbello. They just always take it, even though they're laughing. That's just not their name.
Before I met you, I have never met a single person who has made their screen name Migbello.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing. When your screen name is a certain thing, you seem to find other people who have that same screen name.
Okay, but like, so I had an old Twitter tag. I hated my Twitter tag.
Mm-hmm.
I hated it so much. I changed it. I couldn't do at the Dan the Man Show because it was too long. So I did at Dan Man Show, and it just worked.
Yeah. I just would prefer it if I had, Migbello instead of Mig_Bello, because on everything else,
It's just Migbello.
It's just Migbello. But if I use like my actual full name, that I can't use it.
Look, I'm just saying, especially with John.
John's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, John, what the fuck, dude? It's obviously not your fault, but like...
Legit, I went on Twitter, went with every single number until 24, and that's the one that stuck.
Did you do 0?
Yes.
Okay, because people always forget to do 0.
Yes, I did do 0. I went from 0 all the way to 24.
I'm surprised 24 wasn't taken, because, 24 is pretty popular. 24 hours in a day, the series 24.
Oh, man, when I was...
Hey, I guess that right there shows that 24 is my lucky number.
Oh, do you like 24 or no? Like the series?
No, it just so happens to be my lucky number.
Oh, is it actually? Like before you got your...
Did you ask him if he liked the TV show?
Well, does he? There's no shame in liking an awful show.
I don't even watch TV.
Well, I mean, they rebooted it like 5 times.
Have they fucking really?
Yeah, dude, they rebooted it like fucking 5 times. It's awful.
Dude, just let Jack Bauer sleep, dude. My God. That man has 24-hour days. Let him sleep.
I'm Jack Bauer, and I don't take no shit from nobody.
On the real, though, did you guys ever have, like, really embarrassing screen names?
Honestly, I never had a screen name that stuck until I started playing more of a Halo Combat Evolved on PC.
Yeah.
Where I don't know why I just went with JB Techno.
JB Techno.
I like that.
Shit! Oh my God, I remember JB Techno.
I like that.
That was my very first screen name.
Oh my God, I remember when I made a banner for that.
Yeah, and
holy shit!
And then I forgot how recent it was. I'm gonna say still around high school. I changed it to RiverJo.
Yeah, holy fuck. I had entirely forgot about that.
Dude,
Yeah,
I actually like JB Techno. That's a fucking great username.
I can't forget that username because that is permanently my my PlayStation Network.
Yeah, because oh yeah. I mean, we could talk about that if you want later on, but fucking
Oh yeah, let's talk about that when we get through our freaking our list.
Yeah, but my I had one. The first account I ever had, before Gmail, before any of that, was Club Penguin,
Mhm.
and I wrote comics like when I was younger. I fucking
Hey.
wrote and drew comics when I was younger, and I drew about 703 before I was like, fuck it, I'm too old for this shit. I'm all about Buzz Lightyear action figures now. And
What a glow up.
so when I got Club Penguin, I'm like, okay, I need a really fucking cool username that is so good that everyone will fucking remember me. And I was going for Fido 703, but I spelt it Fuido 703. So it's like Guido, but with an F.
Oh my god.
Congratulations, you have officially created a username that can never be forgotten.
I can never forget Fuido 703. Well, I mean, the internet forgot it because Rip Club Penguin.
Yeah.
And
F.
also Pop Tropica, I think.
I don't know what that is, but F.
F Davis.
All right, now that we have these words out of the way, let's move on to the first topic, our favorite game of 2018.
You want to start with that?
Fuck me. That's yeah, take that one, Dan. I forgot what came out in 2018.
Fucking same,
So,
but like I have some.
I have a list, definitely. But I would say definitely my favorite game of 2018. Haven't even beaten it yet. I got to go with Spider-Man, PS4.
I do agree on that.
That was a pretty strong one.
Yeah, in terms of action adventure games, Spider-Man was definitely, actually, to my recollection, I think in terms of action adventures for 2018, that was the one I actually went out of the way to play and beat in just a matter of 2 days.
I also think it is the second best open world game of 2018. I love Spider-Man. It's the reason I got. You remember? It's the reason I got a PS4. Like that's how much I love it.
Yeah,
God
didn't
damn.
you get the?
Yeah, I got the
limited
Black
edition
Friday
one?
discount. No. I got the Black Friday PS4 Slim 1 terabyte with Spider-Man discount.
Okay, so you didn't get the Spider-Man PS4.
Oh fuck no, that's like $400.
Okay, no, I thought that was the one that you got, but never mind.
No, I'd be so lucky. But seriously though, like it is such a good game. I love Spider-Man 2, but like after playing Marvel Spider-Man PS4, I can't go back to playing Spider-Man 2 with the same nostalgic glasses that I once had.
No, I hear you.
Like the story was great. I don't even need a great story for a game like Spider-Man where fucking you can go doing whatever the hell you want. But the story was great. I love the take on Doc Ock.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know this. I think Doc Ock is voiced by fucking Billy from Billy and Mandy.
Is he really?
Yeah, Richard Horvitz.
Let me go ahead and double check, and I'll confirm that for you. But carry on.
I think I'm like 75% sure on that. Then the fact that like it's so such a free moving game, but like you have to have it's easy to learn but hard to master. I like everything about it. It definitely puts I love Arkham City, but it puts those games to rest. I could go on and on and on about it, but yeah, that's basically Spider-Man for me.
Oh shit! Mary Jane was voiced by Laura Bailey.
Oh really?
Yeah, she's fucking great.
Oh, so was it Richard Horvitz?
I'm going to tell you right now. Give me 1 second. Hang on. Where the fuck is he, man?
It's not
Here
like he was a.
Otto Octavius was voiced by Williams Salyers.
Oh fuck! I was so wrong. Oh wait, William Sailors. Oh fuck! It wasn't Richard Horvitz. It was fucking Rigby from Regular Show.
Oh,
That's where I heard his voice from. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I was like, it's one of the two. It's fucking Rich. It's Rigby from Regular Show. That's it.
Interesting.
That was a. Yeah, I was like, what were the two I was thinking of? And it was that one. Yeah. Yeah. So that is probably my favorite game of 2018. Other games that I loved from 2018 include. Let's see. Did Hollow Knight come out in 2018?
Hollow Knight.
Wow, dude, there was a
Hollow
lot
Knight.
of fucking games this year.
Okay, I don't know why I put Hollow Knight. I get Hollow Man.
Nice.
There we go. No, 2017.
Fuck. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Celeste was a great one. Smash Bros. Ultimate. I mean, you can't not have Smash Bros. Ultimate. Honestly, wasn't that big a fan of God of War. Just saying out loud.
Interesting.
I haven't played God of War yet. I really want to, but I knew it was going to be a game that I wasn't going to spend a lot of time with. I felt like if I were to get God of War, it's one of those games I was going to get more enjoyment if I played it in short bursts.
Oh wait, Hollow Knight came out for the PS4 and Xbox One on 2018.
And Switch, probably. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, and Switch.
Yeah, it's got. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
But, I can't really say the same thing with Spider-Man because it was definitely something that when I saw in E3, Mig was definitely with me when we saw that.
Yeah.
And I was hooked from the gameplay trailer alone that I just went ahead and had it pre-ordered.
For Spider-Man?
Yeah, for Spider-Man. And when I did get my hands on it, I wish I was kidding about this. I went to my buddy's place who told me, hey, I actually want to see Spider-Man in action. So once you get it, come over here and play through it. I went there day one, like 3/4 of the game done. Day two, finished the game plus whatever collectibles I needed to get.
When you played, were there any DLC released or no?
No, there was no. This was legit day. The first 2 days the game was out.
Oh, nice.
The DLC came out after I finished the game. I think it was like a few weeks after I finished the game, and I enjoyed every single minute of it. So Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man on PS4 is actually my 2018 action adventure game.
Nice. Dude, that's awesome.
In terms of, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you please go ahead.
In terms of like fighting games, I'm torn between
Fighters.
Between Fighters and BlazBlue.
Figured.
Because they're both really solid games, and I have a softer spot for BlazBlue, so I'm going to say BlazBlue is actually my fighting game for 2018, even though it unfortunately no longer has a online community.
What happened?
The servers are dead.
What do you mean? There's
just like no one playing.
What the fuck?
No one is playing. I tried multiple times. Like I was able to get about 4 matches ranked, and that's it.
Holy shit!
I got 4 ranked matches. Before that, I was able to join a room with 9 other players.
Goddamn.
That's it. Meanwhile, Dragon Ball is still, live and healthy. So I am going to be sticking to that for now. But
with that Videl update coming soon.
That Videl update, yes.
Yo, that Videl update. But they fucking brought Great Saiyan, man. What the fuck?
I like Great Saiyan, alright?
No!
It compliments her.
Okay, fine. Yes, I'm glad he's not his own character. Thank God they didn't make him his own character.
It compliments her, so I'm okay with it.
If they brought him, it should have been like a costume for Gohan at best. I don't think he should have like his own like character.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Oh my god. I completely forgot. Spider-Man is definitely number 1. Number 2, believe it or not, number 2 cannot say anything else. Gotta be Tetris Effect.
Yes.
Tetris Effect is legitimately one of the most surreal, calming yet tense games I have played for years that I can imagine. You know me, I fucking love Tetris. Mm-hmm. Tetris Effect was like the fucking love child ejaculation that I needed.
Those are 2 words that shouldn't go together. Okay, I feel you, but I feel like the better your hardware is, the better your experience is.
Absolutely.
That's a game that's just like, I feel like VR really does help that, but even then, if you just have like shitty headphones, you're not gonna get the full experience. You need like really good headphones.
For yeah, definitely. That's where I take out the fucking. I have these sound canceling.
Dude, just get Beats
headphones. Yeah, I have Beats.
Mm-hmm. You just didn't want to say the brand.
I didn't want to say the brand, but buy Beats because they're great.
I mean,
they're okay.
They're okay. They're okay headphones.
They get the job done.
I will say, I think Beats are a bit overpriced, but
yes,
are. If you're able to get them at a bargain like I did, you go for it.
You're not gonna get it a better bargain than I got my headphones.
Dude, I got it secondhand. It's a Bluetooth, $80.
I got my Sennheisers $3 at Goodwill.
Yeah, because you love shopping at Goodwill.
Oh yeah, fuck off. Goodwill's based. Like, that place is amazing. Every time I go to Goodwill, I have a good time.
Goodwill's good. I like Goodwill.
I don't know. I can never find anything good at Goodwill.
Dude, I found a copy of motherfucking SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom on the Game Boy Advance SP for $5.99.
Wow.
Okay, go ahead.
I get really lucky over there. I got my my Sennheisers over there for $3.
I remember that story, yeah.
Dude, that shit was amazing. I got my cassette deck for about $8. I've gotten lamps for like $2. I just get so much shit there so quickly, so easily, that it's just like, why would I not go there more frequently? You know? It's fucking blessed.
Dude, it's great. Oh, fuck, Mig, what about you?
Me? Well, okay, so here's my story. I have a grand total of 2 games from 2018 in my house right now, and I have played a grand total of 0 of them. Because my backlog is
which 2 games are they?
I have the 2018 re-release of Strange Journey.
All right.
Which is a Shin Megami Tensei game, and I also have The Missing.
Nice.
And I really wanted The Missing because it's a sweary game, and I really do love the stuff that Swery makes. But I just haven't had the time to play it because of my backlog and because of my schedule.
Yeah, I get that.
I understand it as well, but I mean, I have a massive backlog as well, but I would think if it's a game that you have been anticipating for quite some time, that should be like priority number 1 in terms of games to play.
That's the thing. It's like, these are games that I was like, yeah, it'd be cool to have them, be cool to play through them, because they're fun things that I enjoy. But they weren't like games that I was like hyped for. Like, I am hyped for the possibility of a maybe Persona 5 for Switch, in which case I would buy a Switch. But like, they're not like must play games that I have. For me right now, I have other games that top that list.
All right, well, okay, since you only have 2 games that you never even played, what is the favorite game that you did play in 2018 that you hadn't played before?
I want to say I enjoyed Tetris Effect.
Yes.
Smash. This Smash has actually been the first one I've ever been able to really get into.
Really interesting.
Yeah, but
I could vouch for him on that.
Mhm.
Honestly, Mig, I'd never seen you put so much effort into a Smash game before.
because like this one's fun.
I
It's like-
want to say I didn't doubt that. I
Mhm.
just, I said
I wanna-
interesting because I found it interesting.
I want to say that it probably was in good part or due to our Saturday streams that we were doing where we were just
Yeah.
like playing through all of them.
Those are
Um,
good streams.
Yeah, because we got through a good portion of the games, and I managed to figure out some stuff. But when I got to
Ultimate.
Ultimate, I just had such a good time when I got Richter that I didn't want to put it down.
And Victor's fucking hard to like master.
He's a bitch because recovery.
Nice.
He's
but
a very
aside
heavy
yeah.
neutral character.
Yeah, like his recovery sucks, but I feel like everything else that he has makes up for it. Like he's really good at zoning you if you knew what to do with his fucking bees, I believe it was. If I don't have a controller in front of me, I'm a dumbass.
His B special attacks is what pretty much are his strengths. However,
Mm-hmm.
using more of his forward tilt, which is just the classic whip.
His tilt
It's
is
perfectly
really
fine.
fucking strong. His tilt is strong because it comes out so much fucking faster than like his straight up fucking side. Like it is so much better.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have that fucking nice and powerful tip on the box that just sends people packing. You get me?
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm not in like the competitive scene, and I don't really like get into characters where like I know them front and back. But I will say I did have an enjoyable time playing as Richter. I gotta say one character I was. No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say like I'm not even someone who cares too much about tech, which is really annoying because I play against mostly people who are way into tech and they're just like, oh, here's the box, or like, oh, here's how you need to avoid this specific thing by doing this specific input with the whole fucking competitive scene. But I'm just like, I just want to have fun, but you guys like, you guys make it really difficult to just have fun, and I gotta get competitive. So like, it's been one of the few games where it's actually fun to get competitive. But yeah.
Like, I know I sound competitive and everything, but
Mhm.
at the end of the day, it's not something I actually look into. Is it something I just discover, or something that just comes up in my freaking Twitter feed or YouTube
Well, you
recommendations?
you're a very big fighting game guy.
Oh, absolutely. I love fighting games, and I'll watch any freaking tournament there is. But if you tell me what the fuck are they even talking about, I wouldn't be able to understand you without even doing the research. But then again, it's just, at the end of the day, it's just me going for the experience.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, what
go
were you
ahead.
going to ask me?
I said, would you watch a Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite tournament without shedding a salty tear?
Oh, no, like, look. I didn't waste money on Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite because of obvious reasons. But I will say that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite does look like it has a very solid gameplay. And I would absolutely, positively, 100%, without a doubt, watch any competition of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, because it is the most intriguing and hype thing to watch, because that's what Marvel vs. Capcom is. It's hype. It is so intoxicating of getting excited, even if the game is universally claimed as bad.
Honestly, I got the fucking special edition for Xbox One for less than the base price.
Wait, you got it less?
I got it for less than the base price. And it was new, not used. It was new. So it was like Steelbook, all DLC characters, all that stuff for like less than base price because there was a sale going on.
I guess that worked out then.
And it's like, I'm disappointed, but like it plays fine. Like it is a fine fighter. I can't give it anything better than that. Like it works. I wouldn't say it's like anything annoying about it. I'm just disappointed with how it turned out.
Like, I am a firm believer that a game shouldn't be judged unless if you're judging the gameplay as its most important aspect. And although it is like essentially better than Marvel 3, unfortunately, one of the drawbacks that it has in my side being the outside of the fact that Chun-Li and Morgan look fucking ugly.
Mm-hmm.
The roster didn't cut it for me.
Oh my god, did you see Gamora?
Yeah, I saw Gamora.
Gamora fucking looks awful in that game.
Yeah, I know. But you until what made her look better? Her DLC skin.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Like, the DLC skins makes a lot of the characters look infinitely better.
Well, that's like a whole different topic, which we don't have time for. It's like a topic of, well, we will be talking about something later where developers don't release finished games, and that pisses me off.
I would say we could talk about that later.
Can we please cover that topic? Because that is something that I've been really fucking interested in.
All right, yeah, we can
cover
that.
Yeah, let's cover that later, because I am looking down the list, and we could fit that in.
Yeah, I think we all know where we could fit that in.
Yeah, we have. I see the perfect spot where we could fit that in, but let's carry on before I will say, I just draw this.
Yes, before we go to the next topic, what I was going to say is the one character in Smash that I was very disappointed with was Dark Samus, because it just feels like there's no power to Dark Samus. It feels like the hits aren't real. Like, it's not that she's bad. It feels like I do a fully charged shot, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like I'm punching a pillow, if you know what I mean.
I unfortunately can't relate because I am not focusing on anything other than Dark Samus's animations, which are hammy as all hell. I love it.
I was gonna say, like, this bitch extra as fuck. Like, she fucking moves like she's just like the fucking center of attention.
Well, I don't think I think it's not even like Samus. It's like a fucking I don't know. Metroid 2. Metroid Prime 2. I don't know. I never played that.
You don't even have to play Metroid Prime 2. You just play Metroid Prime 1 to get the extra ending, and that just tells you what Dark Samus is.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, would you rather have had Metroid Dark Samus or SAX Samus?
I think they would have just. I think in terms of what the character would be, it's at the end of the day going to be another Echo character.
Yeah, like it would have been the same. But here's the problem with having SAX. It's just the normal Varia suit.
Yeah, it's just Samus.
It's just that her visor has like the glowing on her eyes, but I don't see any real reason to do it.
And Lucina's just Marth with long hair and boobs.
But that's enough.
Buddy.
That's enough of an asset change that it makes sense to want to make an Echo character.
Unless if you're viewing Lucina in like a bikini or something, she is flat as a board.
Even in the game?
What a fucking
There's nothing there.
Dude, I don't know because I don't play Lucina.
Jesus Christ.
If you've seen Marth, you've seen Lucina just with long hair. You literally said it yourself.
Exactly.
You said it yourself. It's just Marth with long hair and what's her name? Laura Bailey's voice.
You're a fucking animal, dude. It's just like, yeah, this bitch got no tits. What do you want?
Yeah, dude.
But am I wrong?
So rude.
Am I wrong? Are you gonna sit there and tell me I'm wrong?
I'm not.
No,
are you gonna sit there and tell me I'm wrong? Grow up, bro.
Dude, I have no fucking idea. I never fucking paid attention to that.
Shut the fuck up, Josh. You love that video so goddamn much. Holy
For all the
shit.
wrong reasons.
All right, we're moving on. Okay, so next topic is oh my god. Next topic. So it says Oscar nominations, but we're not going to go fucking head deep into this. There's really only two things I wanted to talk about because there's only two things I think we all care about between the three of us. That being the animated movies nominated and Black Panther.
I'm sorry to say, but jokingly, I'm insulted that the Wizard of Oz video didn't get an Oscar nomination because that's a masterpiece.
The Wizard of Oz video.
Yeah, the one I literally just referenced.
Oh. Oh my god.
But
Oh my
in all, jokes aside, I honestly couldn't tell you anything about movies or shit like that. So I'm unfortunately an odd man out in this.
Yeah, this one's
Well,
out
that's
of his
okay.
depth.
Well, there are some things you could probably talk about. Like, for example...
if you guys bring it up, then maybe.
Okay, so we'll get into Black Panther Best Picture. But first I wanted to say that it was also nominated for 6 other awards.
Yeah?
Best Sound Editing, Best Production Design, Best Sound Mixing, Best Costume Design, Best Original Music Score, and Best Picture.
Best Picture is a bit of a stretch, though, isn't it?
I could see all the other ones except Best Picture, because it's not the best fucking superhero movie of the year. It's not.
Yeah, you know what? It's not the best superhero movie of the year.
I don't even think Infinity War should be Best Picture.
I'm gonna back you up on that one. I like the event of it, but everybody dude, the minute that fucking movie came out, everybody was just there like, this movie's gonna be talked about in like cinema history classes for decades, and I'm just here like,
Marvel Avengers Infinity War is the most ambitious crossover of the freaking century.
Okay, that's a meme.
No.
That's a meme by now.
I mean, it is a meme, but that's because someone actually fucking said it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it is the most incorrect statement I have ever read in my life.
It is. It is pretty...
I mean, look at Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah, look at Smash Brothers Ultimate. And may I really quick say that we mentioned a better crossover, Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, that is better.
Came out in the 90s.
It's also not a crossover.
Interesting.
Infinity War is not a crossover.
It's not. It's not a crossover.
It really fucking isn't. Because it's literally that's what the story was. The story was just this.
If Howard the Duck showed up, maybe it would be a crossover. Because I don't consider Howard the Duck Marvel. I consider him an abomination of nature.
For the uninitiated, who the fuck is Howard the Duck?
For the uninitiated,
honestly, the less you know about Howard the Duck, the better.
You mean you, right?
Shut up.
Okay, I don't know if you know about this, but Stan Lee also had another animated hero type character called Stripperella.
Yes, I know about Stripperella. And yes,
basically,
I forget about Stripperella.
Yeah, so if Stripperella showed up, maybe it'd be a crossover. Don't ask, John. I know you're going to say who's Stripperella. Don't.
I am going to ignore everything that I just heard right now because that sounds like an insulting freaking name.
Yeah, it's not exactly Stan Lee's best.
Yeah,
he was in a dark place when he made that character.
Probably.
Yeah, strip club. But how you guys
hey, I've been to some. I have seen. I've been told of very well lit strip clubs from reliable sources.
Oh my god.
Jesus and by reliable sources, you mean you actually going into one.
My uncle works at Nintendo. I think I know what I'm talking about.
What? That sounds like a reference, but I don't get
the strip club, Nintendo.
Oh my god. No, I got you. Fucking hell.
All right. So moving away from Black Panther, which we all agree. I mean, honestly, the whole movie was meh for me.
I thought it was okay. From like everything I've seen around, I've just been like, yeah, those look okay, but I think there's better movies out this year, like from everything I've seen.
It's average for me, at least.
I think it's a good movie. I don't think it's worth like best picture. Yeah.
I'm so glad it wasn't nominated for anything in like visuals, because holy fuck, some of the visuals in that movie look goddamn awful.
Whoa, yeah. But
we don't have to go into that.
On the let's talk about fuck it in Spider-Verse though.
Well, actually, I want to talk about just the whole list of it before we get into if you don't mind.
No, you do.
All right. So there's 5 films nominated for animated film of 2019. Incredibles 2.
Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense.
Isle of Dogs.
Yes.
I might be pronouncing this wrong. Mirai or Mirai or something. It's a Japanese film.
Mirai. What?
Mirai.
Mirai?
Yeah, Mirai.
Diary? Okay, but
Ralph Breaks the Internet.
yeah,
And a little-known indie film called Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I'm surprised that they're starting to consider more like Japanese movies now.
Yeah, honestly, not a bad list.
It makes me happy because like fucking the Academy is notorious for being terrible at the animation Oscars.
Boss Baby.
Yeah, no, well, now I'm a roast them. Fuck them. Like, that was the dumbest thing you could have ever done. In that same year, better fucking movies came out. But you decided to nominate for an Oscar.
What movies were even nominated that year? Well, Coco! Was it Coco nominated?
Oh, I heard Coco was good. But,
I mean, it's better than fucking Boss Baby.
Honestly, I can take a shit better than Boss Baby. Let's be real.
Really quick, I did see Coco. Me being one that really does not like to watch movies unless it's something that really does interest me. Coco, from when it was released, was one of the greatest things I've ever seen, and I'm sad that I didn't see it in theaters for how good it was, because that shit really did bring a tear to my eye.
Damn,
that shit was pretty damn sad, but it was. The fact that it brought that, like, the emotion of tears really does cement how well it is.
I am thoroughly fucking shocked. I'm thoroughly shocked that for 2017, Loving Vincent was not nominated for Best Animated. Jesus Christ. You want to know what that is? That is a movie done entirely in the style of Vincent van Gogh's paintings.
Oh my.
It is fucking gorgeous. And I wasn't nominated. Instead, we got Boss Baby. What the fuck? Dude, some people...
That is fucking weird. I don't even know, man. I don't even know why the fuck we got Boss Baby.
I don't know, dude.
I will say, going back to, the movies that came out last year, the only 2 movies that I did watch were Incredibles 2 and Into the Spider-Verse. What I'm sad that I couldn't watch was Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Wait, no, but Loving Vincent, you said Loving Vincent wasn't nominated?
Was it nominated?
No, it was nominated.
Thank God.
But it lost to Boss Baby.
Wait, did it lose to Boss Baby? Wait, who won
that?
Yeah,
that was Boss Baby.
Boss Baby won?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was between Boss Baby, The Breadwinner, Coco, Ferdinand, and Loving Vincent. Wow, besides Coco, these all are like either terrible or like unheard of.
What the fuck?
I mean, I heard good things about Loving Vincent, but it's not exactly the most advertised movie.
But that shouldn't be the focus of the Oscars. It shouldn't be to pick the most popular thing.
No,
it should be to pick the one that achieved the most.
That is correct. Honestly, 2018 was a fucking joke for animated.
Yeah.
Or I guess 2017. Fuck, I keep forgetting. It's so fucking annoying because this is for 2018, but now we're in 2019. So for 2018, okay, I can't say enough about Murray, or however you pronounce it. I'm very sorry if I pronounce it incorrectly. So I cannot have a fair, understanding of how that one is, what happens or what goes down. So I'm gonna, leave that out. The other 4, Ralph Breaks the Internet was a good movie. I don't think it should win. I thought that it relied a lot on references. And that kind of would be dumb if that's how it won, but I just don't see it winning.
Now, did you see the Wreck-It Ralph?
Yes, I saw the first one. I loved it.
Okay, I was gonna ask, like, would it be? Would you think it is on par with the first one, or better, or worse?
I loved the first one. The second one is good. I was definitely a bigger fan of the first one than the second one. I've heard people say the other way around. I've heard people say they hate the second one. I think it was I think Wreck-It Ralph 2 was a solid movie that I did not enjoy as much as the first one.
I see.
Honestly, the biggest problem with me for the second one, spoilers, by the way, it's not even like spoiling any like plot, but the fact that fucking well, you don't know these characters, but the two of the best characters from the first movie are only in the movie for like 10 minutes in the second movie.
So Ralph and Penelope?
No, the other two best characters.
What are the two best characters? Those
Exactly,
are
you haven't seen the movie. You haven't seen the movie, so I can't tell you.
I guess fair enough.
And then there's Incredibles 2. Have you guys seen that?
I fell in love with that movie.
You did?
I didn't watch it because I just don't go to theaters too much.
I will say,
thought it was a good sequel. I thought it was a really good movie. I liked one more. I just think, I don't know. It kind of the villain kind of ruined it for me, just because of how great the villain was in 1, and how dumb the villain is in 2. But like, other than that, the movie's fine. Oh, and the raccoon scene is stupid, but other than that, it's fine.
I'm on the side that that the villains in both movies were pretty freaking dumb.
Are you kidding? Syndrome is great.
I didn't like Syndrome. I honestly did not like Syndrome because here's the thing: in both movies, the reason why they became villains. It was more of what was going on as they were growing up, which is understandable. But I think the reason Syndrome is a villain is far dumber than the villain in Incredibles 2 was.
I highly disagree. Mig, do you mind if I spoil?
I don't care. Go for it.
Okay, so the villain in Incredibles 2, the reason... What?
You might want to warn the audience.
Right, okay. Spoiler warning for Incredibles 2. It came out in May, I think, so you had plenty of time.
That is a terrible fucking attitude. I hate that attitude so much.
I'm sorry. But
if you haven't watched it yet, we do apologize for any spoilers that are going to be coming up right now. But it is something that is going to be discussed.
Yes, we are going to discuss it. So starting now. So in Incredibles 2, the reason the villain is because her parents were killed. I might be forgetting this, but this is basically... Yeah, the father
was killed.
The father was killed, and there was no superhero by like robbers, and there was no superhero that got there in time to save them. So
what it is that happened is that in Incredibles 2, when there was unfortunately a period in time where they were starting to root out the supers.
This was like after Incredibles 1, right?
No, this was
So this happens to be this from what I'm hearing.
This wasn't in between.
This wasn't in between. No, it wasn't.
This was during the around the time of the beginning of Incredibles 1.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened is that in Incredibles 2, they explained that before the supers were rooted, there was a hotline set up for the antagonist's family. In case of anything, they were able to get in contact with them as quickly as possible because the dad was like a higher up, right? Time. Yeah, they were a higher up. Now, when the robbers came, the family didn't know that the supers were being rooted. So the hotline was unfortunately shut down. And when he tried to get in contact with, I think it was either...
wasn't it Gazer Beam?
It was Gazer Beam and Mr. Incredible. When he tried to contact any of the two and they didn't come, it ended up leading to a misunderstanding, unfortunately, that the supers were rooted and any communication to them was not going to be reached.
Yeah.
And that's the reason that she wants to get rid of all supers.
Essentially, yes. And
okay.
I would think that is better for a villain motive of misunderstanding than I'm a fanboy and he told me to fuck off.
No, that's not even... Okay, so the way I see it...
Yes.
The way I see it, she should have done the fucking exact opposite of what she did. She should have said, okay, they couldn't get here in time, so we should make them more accessible and have more heroes, and not, let's get rid of all the fucking heroes and let crime run rampant in the streets. That just doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, if the problem was they couldn't get in contact with the heroes, and she knows by now about the rooting, because bullshit that she didn't know about the rooting between the time she was a kid and when this fucking thing took place, then I would think that her main objective wouldn't be to get rid of the heroes, but to get more heroes, which is what the brother's trying to do.
Yes, that is what the brother is trying to do, but this is more of an unfortunate sibling trope that there's yin and yang.
Okay, but it doesn't make any sense. First of all, she's not even, and we already put the spoiler warning, by the way, so
yeah.
FYI, she's not even technically the villain. You know what I'm talking about, right, John?
She's not... Elaborate really quick.
Okay, you remember in Iron Man... I'm not saying spoiler alert for Iron Man 3, because that movie is now old. You remember in Iron Man 3, when the Mandarin wasn't the villain, and he was just like the figurehead?
I don't remember Iron Man 3.
No, Iron Man 3.
That's what I said. I don't remember Iron Man 3.
Meg, did you watch Iron Man 3?
Yeah, I saw it. I know what you're talking about.
So basically, the character that you saw in the trailer, Screenslaver,
yes,
isn't really her. She's mind-controlling different people to say these things for her. So that way, if she gets caught, she won't get caught, and the person who's saying these things will get caught. Do you get what I'm saying?
So, I'm trying to understand what you just said. So you're telling me that Screenslaver, who is the sister, is not the villain, but the people
No. She is the villain, but she's not like the cool one. She's not like cool. She's not as she was portrayed. She's not the one under the mask.
What the fuck is happening? Man,
Okay,
I wish I saw this movie so I can figure out what the fuck is going on.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but I think keeping the identity of the villain in question hidden in trailers was a better call than actually showing who the villain is. Or, I'm sorry, not just showing who the villain is, but showing what the movie is in the trailer.
Okay, fair. But everybody in the theater knew when the fucking quote-unquote villain was unmasked that wasn't the villain. Because we had never fucking seen this person before he was unmasked. And that's not how Disney Pixar works.
No, and I understand that. But I think that little twist reveal would say, then who is the real villain? And honestly, I thought it was the brother, given how everything was being played out. But then when I saw it was a sister, I was like, okay, I'm okay with that.
I knew it wasn't the brother, because even though it made it look like that. He had done too much against what the message was. Meanwhile, the fucking sister was doing nothing. So obviously, it was the sister. Like, you have to understand that this is, like, kind of something that you... okay. I might agree that Screenslaver isn't as dumb as I originally thought, but she is still fucking dumb. But fucking Syndrome is not dumb. Syndrome... I can go into detail about why Syndrome's not dumb, if you want.
I mean, if you have the time for that, go right ahead.
Yeah, when are we going to stop at 9?
I mean, yeah, but, like, this will take quick.
Okay.
Syndrome was the number one fan of a hero who it wasn't just that one time. He constantly shoved Buddy off to the side. He constantly told him no. He constantly told him, like, you know, I don't need you. I don't want you around. You are not making this easier. You are just not good. And it was just at that point that we saw is when he snapped. And every other hero he fought, every other hero he, like, killed, every other machine that he built, it was all just for Mr. Incredible. Because of how distraught he was, that all he wanted to do was help, and all Mr. Incredible did, even when he helped out, was shove him to the side. So his plan was to create these inventions so that Mr. Incredible could feel like everybody, like he felt, where when everyone is super, nobody will be. So whenever Mr. Incredible wants to do any hero work now, he'll be shoved off to the side by someone else. And that's why it's so ingenious.
I feel like you've slightly tapped into it, but one of the more important angles about Syndrome is the fact that he is just a normal kid, trying to join.
Powers.
He doesn't have any powers, and he's trying to join in on super or stuff, meaning that the whole point of it is like the fact of being special and how everybody is special in their own special way, but that is basically meaning that no one is. No one has like anything really crazy about them, but there's still so much that society forces those niches into. So like the people with powers are superheroes, and those who don't have powers, who don't have the ability to do that, just can't be. So Syndrome decided to challenge the status quo by becoming a hero and developing these technologies that would give him assimilate powers, essentially.
I like how, like,
yeah.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, even if it is a fraud, even if it is a farce, he still managed to prove himself as being on the same level as most supers, to the point where he was able to not only defeat them, but kill them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's menacing. And I like how the first half of what you explained is basically the plot of My Hero Academia.
Yeah, it's sort of that whole concept of, like, we have no people with no powers are just ostracized in this situation, so they have to, like, try to make their own things meet in spite of all of that.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong when I say that Syndrome, like, I didn't like Syndrome as a villain. Like, I understand the whole concept of what they were going for.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not too big into those kind of characters that are fanboys that has the essence of a stalker level of wacky, and end up making them the villain, because that unfortunately doesn't sit well with me. Because when the villain is just one who admires certain characters, and they just want something of those characters to an extent where it creeps out the viewers. I don't think that is a solid villain.
Honestly, does anyone else wish that we could have gotten the Underminer, the villain? That would have been so fucking incredible. Pun intended.
Well, we'll just play the game.
Oh, no, fuck the game. I mean, the game's fine. It's just like the Underminer is. I really fucking want to see more of the Underminer. I'm sorry, I just do. But okay, I think we talked enough about that. Next, Isle of Dogs. Honestly, I'd be fine with that winning.
Holy fuck! We were talking about one goddamn movie this whole time.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, because we're talking about. I'm not getting back into that, but we're talking about Screenslaver versus Syndrome. Can I get a hashtag Syndrome is super in the comments? Anyway, hashtag Syndrome is supper.
Syndrome is supper. No.
Anyway, so I would be fine with Isle of Dogs winning. I love Fantastic Mr. Fox. I do like it more than Isle of Dogs, but I love Isle of Dogs. I love the Wes Anderson look. I love stop motion animation 9 out of 10 times. I love the story. The visuals are great. I know a lot of people aren't a huge fan of Wes Anderson's dialogue. I like the dialogue of Wes Anderson.
I actually kind of like how stilted and weird it is. It just makes the joke so much better.
Exactly. I think the voice cast was great. The only problem I had was with the girl. She was unnecessary.
I've heard that.
Have you watched it?
No. I should. It's right here in my public library. I should definitely check it out.
It is so good. Definitely. And I could see it winning. But now we talk about the fucking big gun. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
What a fucking film. What a film. Hell of a film.
God, I hope it wins. I would be fine with Isle of Dogs winning. Like, if Isle of Dogs wins, that'd be great. But Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, if that wins, then that sends a message to future films and filmmakers that this is the new standard of award-winning animation. Just such a good movie.
I adored it. John, you were going to say? John?
I have nothing to say.
Other
than what has already been said, that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is like the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
For how freaking amazing that movie is. I mean, for God's sakes, Mig essentially just took me with him during, what was it? Christmas Eve?
Yeah, it was Christmas Eve. Jesus fucking Christ. We saw that on Christmas Eve.
We saw that on Christmas Eve. It was late at night. We grabbed 2 other people with us.
No, it was Christmas Day.
It was Christmas Day?
You saw it on Christmas Day? What the fuck were you doing?
It was Christmas Day. It was like late at night. It was like 10 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up going to watch this movie. And let me just say, that was the best time that somebody just dragged me along to watch a movie. Because Jesus, for the love of God, that had to be one of the greatest Spider-Man films I've ever seen.
I can agree with that.
It is so good. It is very good. I was worried about Kingpin because Kingpin didn't seem like the ideal Spider-Man villain. And even then, I fucking love Kingpin in this movie.
Oh, you mean The Frame?
The Frame!
The Frame! Dude, he's fucking... Dude, I need to know, what brand of juice does he drink? I need to bulk up like fucking Kingpin.
Bro, that's barely... That's like 25% muscle, 75% just body mass.
Dude, like, his body is a square. His neck is like a quarter of the way down his body.
It's Tropicana. He just eats the crates.
he just eats the bottle.
He just eats the bottle and becomes the bottle.
Can you imagine if he got like that muscular just by clicking the pen? Like, he just clicks the pen 1,000 times a day, and that's where all the muscles come from. He's like, Spider-Man, I gotta do my fucking my calisthenics. Give me a second here. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Can
5.
I just say I really love the mental image of like him being a bottle and you just unscrew his head to get to the juice.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh
fucking-
my god.
No,
Pour me a big bulky juice of Kingpin.
I loved it so much because this whole animation style was so unique. Its presentation just so good. They created software specifically for this movie.
Yes.
And it wasn't like bad writing.
Mhm.
Fucking how did they solve having the main problem with Spider-Man 3 was there's too many characters. How did they do that? How did they solve it in this movie?
All right. I think what it is that they gave a reason why we got all these characters.
That's fair.
The most important thing, and I'll say this from experience, the most important thing to do when writing a group of characters is to make sure that everybody has something to do. Because if they don't, then they feel useless. But each character in this movie got at least one good moment where you're just like, oh, okay, this character's fucking sick.
I thought my favorite was gonna be fucking Peter Porker.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite was Spider Noir. I thought Nick Cage did an amazing job.
He was such a goof.
Absolutely. I love Spider-Man Nick Cage as Spider Noir.
Oh my god.
He just hit it just hit all the right notes for me. But
that was my favorite. My least favorite was probably Spider-Gwen.
Aw, she was my favorite.
Least? I fucking love Spider-Gwen. Jesus.
Well, I think my main problem with Spider-Gwen is that she wasn't distinct enough from the other people in that universe. You know what I mean?
Elaborate.
She wasn't like she's from another universe, but she looks the same.
So does Peter B. Parker.
Okay, but that's like very, very, very. That's for a good reason though, because he more or less follows the same exact plot structure up to the part where his life becomes miserable. So at least it makes sense there because they're one and the same person, and they, for at least half their life, they basically had the same like life going on.
You got to also remember the fact that like the main difference, the main flip-flop in her universe, amazing. The main flip-flop in her universe is the fact that Peter dies and she's the one who lives. Yeah. And she has to live with that guilt. So there's like that level of flip-flop. Like that's her main difference. But aside from that, she's still a character that fits into this universe because this universe isn't even all that much different from hers.
I'm not saying she's bad. I'm just saying out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of the 6, she's just my least favorite.
I want to say my least favorite was probably Penny, because I just like I wanted something different, and what I got was good. What I got, not saying to say she's a bad character. I just feel like she just didn't get as much fun. You get me?
I would say that for Penny, what it is that they straight up from the get-go said that she was essentially tech support.
Yeah.
Straight up. She was straight up tech support. So most of the time, when all she's doing is just messing around with technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking.
In fact, that's all we did see from her is just messing with technology.
Because she doesn't have powers.
And that's understandable, but like out of everybody else, there's
a bad one. I'm saying she's just like my least favorite.
Oh, okay, yeah, twist the words on me now.
Well, that's not what you said now, is it? You're just like, I just don't like her.
No, I'm okay, but like with Penny, for me, it was like she was different enough because she didn't have powers. She had to rely on this robot, but even without the robot, she could fucking like manage because of how smart she was. And that was also why I love Spider Noir, because you barely see him using his spider powers. He prefers to fight with guns and fists. And that is something you barely see. Like, you do see Spider-Man fight with, like, fists, but he'll prefer to use his webbing powers. Spider-Noir, he fights with his fists and with guns, and that's so great because that's not what you think Spider-Man would do.
I don't remember a gun from.
I don't remember a gun either.
It was in the backstory.
Oh, that's the backstory.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
I do like it. I feel like I get what you mean because like he prefers fisticuffs, but whereas like the other spiders prefer to like use their webbing ability to like
to an advantage.
To an advantage. And it's like, yeah, no, that's cool. I like that.
And
that's perfectly fine. It's just that
I want to say that my problem with Penny mostly comes from being exposed to her via the comics first.
I didn't like her in the comics.
I liked the concept of her in the comics. It was cool. It's just this was just like haha, anime meme, cool.
Well, just like I didn't like fucking Peter Porker in the comics. I just didn't like his design in the comics.
Yeah.
I don't read.
I love Stacy though, like because the fucking in comics for Gwen Stacy are so good.
No, I love the comics for Gwen Stacy. I think my main problem with Gwen Stacy, and it's such a nitpick, was that she was the only one also sent back in time for some reason.
Because she is a different universe.
That doesn't matter. Everyone else was sent to present time.
I mean, okay, look, here's why I was just like, I was confused about that too, but I'm just like, fuck it, whatever. Like, we've already suspended disbelief that this can open up different universes. Why would this not, like, affect time too, you know?
Fair.
To be fair, the other spiders were also there for a fucking while.
That is true.
And not only that, you gotta remember, Noir came from the fucking 40s.
And didn't Penny come from the future?
Exactly! They all also came from different time periods.
That is true. That is true, yeah.
So it's like we have to just suspend disbelief that time travel is also possible when universes get broken.
You know what? I didn't think about that. That's a good point. Something else that's a good point that I also didn't know until like this was brought up in a tweet is I don't know if you guys noticed this, but when Miles like fully embraces that he's Spider-Man, like and dons the black suit, how he gets to fucking Oscorp or wherever the fuck the machine is being held.
You're talking about his swing style?
Yeah, his swing style. I thought that was such a nice touch.
There's so much into that I like cannot help but love. Like that fantastic shot where he just like jumps off the building and then pulls the fucking glass with him.
Oh yeah.
I love that shot so much.
That's such a good shot.
That's such a good shot because like remember he has problems with sticking.
Yeah, so I saw that in the trailer. I'm like, what is this? And then after watching the movie, it makes sense.
It's like he's still learning. He's still getting used to it. But it's but like it just doesn't hold him back anymore. He breaks the glass, but he's still fucking moving. It's so cool.
Symbolic of the last time like something like that will happen. Because like he's still sticking to it, but he's ripping free of it like at first attempt.
I was actually going to mention to that because one of the Peter B, I think you called him, Mig.
Yeah.
He said that you're ready when because it's a leap of faith. I would think that is essentially that is obviously a leap of faith he's doing, but the way how they trying to portray it is like he still is scared of how of what is gonna happen, but he won't know until he actually tries.
So you say like it's still him holding on to that fear for a second and then ripping from it.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
Oh my god, that is really fucking insightful.
I'm a guy who is not too fond of symbolism because high school, but
oh my god,
that is just grade A visual representation.
That is honestly that one scene says 1,000 words.
I fucking love it so much. It's so hype. I get goosebumps every fucking time.
I think we should probably move on. I don't mean to.
No,
take
we're
us
gonna
away
be
from
on this for a while.
But yeah, we were definitely. All right. So next,
Moving on.
I think we're gonna skip the second to last topic because I think the one before that we're gonna like add on to it, like we were talking about before.
Yes.
So we're gonna skip the second to last topic, the NDP, and we'll move on to the next one. So. So we're talking about animation earlier, so I thought, okay, let's talk about our favorite animated remakes, reboots, whatever the fuck. You can do live action to animated, animated to live action, animated to animated, whatever. It doesn't matter. Favorite and least favorite. I know someone wanted to bring up a certain something that's coming up soon.
Yeah, because it's such a fucking bizarre thing that's happening. They're making a live action adaptation of Kim Possible, and I don't know why the fuck they're doing that.
I don't feel too good about that.
I saw a clip from it, and it was so fucking sketch.
Did you see they fucking remade the intro?
Did they really?
Yeah, they did. Okay, so they put the animated intro and the live action intro side by side, and Disney tweeted, "Look familiar?" ? And then some popular person retweeted, "No."
That's just so fucking bad. Everything about this just seems so fucking campy. And
the
it's
fact
like
that Rod Stoppable is played by the fucking guy from the Goldbergs. What?
So weird. Everything about this fucking thing happening is weird. Weird.
It is so fucking dumb, honestly. That being said, I doubt it will come anywhere close to as bad as the worst reboot I have ever seen.
Yeah?
Reboot.
What happened there? Because I haven't seen it.
Okay. Have you seen the original?
I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't watch it.
So for those of you
nobody shuts up about it. So
for those of you,
the original is a good show.
You've seen the original?
Yes, I remember seeing the original. There's a few episodes or a few scenes that I do recollect vividly, and one of them was a Mortal Kombat reference.
Oh, dude, that episode was so dark.
It was dark, but it does. It definitely made an impact on me.
Dude, I fucking watched it via Verve, which is a great streaming service. This stream is brought to you by Verve. I'm kidding.
We're not sponsored. Relax. We're not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag Verve sponsor us.
Brought to you by Dollar Shave Club.
Oh God, can we not?
Brought to you by Squarespace.
No, brought to you by ExpressVPN.
NordVPN. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah, go do your thing.
Anyway, so it is so good. I have some problems with it, but the original reboot is such a good show. It is a 90s cartoon which has some pretty fucking heavy continuity, some great action scenes, some great parodies. It's emotional as fuck when it wants to be. Season 1 and 2 are pretty good. Season 3 is fucking amazing. John, if you've seen it, so you know how good Season 3 was.
I'm sorry?
You know how good Season 3 was.
Don't ask me by seasons. I can't remember a lot of it. I only know like a handful of things. This was like when I was a kid.
It had a rockin' soundtrack, not terrible animation. Remember, this was the first CG animated show on TV. It was so ahead of its time that by its third season, it could be performed, it could be aired. They chose not to because there was like no one that supported it yet. It could be fucking showed in HD widescreen by its third season. A
Jesus
90s
Christ.
show. It had 4 seasons. Fourth season, we won't have to talk about it. Because it ended on a cliffhanger, and people are still salty about that. And then they announced the reboot. It was a live-action reboot of Reboot. Now imagine none of the same characters except one, who's not even the main character but the main villain. Live action, teen drama, cringy fucking stuff, a terrible score, and an episode that is so bad that references back to nostalgia, but doesn't even like have. It has the same characters, but like they're so husk shells that like they're not the same. You could say that they're the same characters, have them look the same and talk the same, have the same voice actors even, but they don't act the same. And that's where like, and it's like for that episode, I'm like, wow, this really is the worst reboot of all time. Ironically, it is the reboot, which is the worst reboot of all time. Such a bad reboot. It is so bad that I think it was Netflix original. I could be wrong, so do stop me if I'm wrong, or post in the comments about how wrong I am. It might be like a Netflix original, and then by season 2, they just didn't care, so it moved to YTV.
YTV?
Yeah. Because Reboot actually started in Canada, the original.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that is definitely my least favorite Reboot. I don't think anybody should watch the Reboot. How about you guys? Do you have any least favorite reboots or remakes?
Honestly, I haven't watched enough or am subscribed to any kind of streaming service to even have any kind of opinions in any kind of reboots, remakes, or any kind of that nature. I only know what is being told to me via word of mouth, and that's about it. So the Kim Possible movie was the only thing that I know of.
Well, what about like Cable?
I didn't know that was going to be a thing.
What do you mean?
Wait, Cable as in the X-Men character, or Cable as in TV?
TV. As in TV.
I don't watch TV.
All right, well, like for example, I know you have voiced your disdain for Teen Titans Go.
Yes.
That is considered a reboot/remake.
Okay, so you're talking about throughout time, not
Yeah,
just
not just
recent
here.
things.
Whenever.
Yeah, whenever.
Oh, well, do you really want me to bitch about Teen Titans Go?
Whichever one is your least favorite. Dude, we don't fucking care.
Because like I don't watch, like, all right, number one, I don't watch TV. I barely use streaming services. If I do, it's only Hulu, and that's because it has some bomb in anime. But
like Neo Yokia.
Gesundheit, anyway. Teen Titans Go is the biggest what the fuck I have ever seen. And that made me upset because this was around the time that I was rewatching Teen Titans, the original. And how much I remembered why I fell in love with the show to begin with, and rewatching it just further proved that I still enjoyed the show for what it was. When I heard of this Teen Titans Go, I never, I didn't have anything to picture of it. I just know why add the word go. That's about it. Then I saw my little brother was watching one of the episodes. It's actually like one of his favorite cartoons. And when I started seeing this, I'm like, so you took something great and you ultimately bastardized it in one fell swoop. How can you possibly do that? I have no idea. I mean, I understand, like, with its art style, you can't make anything serious, but the episodes themselves are just so out of whack. It's like, I understand you're trying to appeal to, to kids who would definitely get a laugh at this, but like, god damn, not even I got enjoyment out of it, out of the writing. Like, I believe that when you're having a writing for a cartoon, yeah, you should have something that would be entertaining for the kids, but have something in the writing somewhere that would at least let the adults also have some kind of enjoyment out of it too. I, for one, couldn't get any enjoyment out of it. There was nothing in there that made me go, get a little chuckle or just fall on the floor laughing my ass off. I couldn't even like the characters. Hell, my favorite character in Teen Titans period is Raven. And I hate her in Teen Titans Go. She is a far cry of what she was. And I understand that you can't have a freaking dark, edgy, serious teenager with these freaking black magic powers whose father is spiritually inside her, who is the equivalent of freaking Satan, in a freaking kids cartoon like that. But you did it for Teen Titans, the original series. What would make this any different? It's just certain things like that just makes me question what were they trying to accomplish.
That's fair. I understand all your criticisms. I was not as attached to Teen Titans as you were, so I don't understand as much, but I understand taking a show that someone loves and then bastardizing it. I know that it's fucking popular to hate on Teen Titans Go, but I do think that it is, I do feel bad for people who did enjoy the original show. I think that, they're missing out on a little market here. What are you gonna do?
And I am excited to at least know that we are getting a new season of the original Teen Titans, whenever the hell that may be. But when I heard that it was tied
we're not.
to... Oh, so because the Teen Titans Go movie didn't do as well, we're not going to get another season?
No, what's happening is we're getting a direct DVD movie called Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go, where the original Teen Titans fight the Teen Titans Go.
If it comes down to a fight, the original Teen Titans are going to win because these new ones are really.
I mean, that's the plot. So yeah.
They're gonna get their shit kicked. I don't even know why the fuck the people who did this project did it, because they didn't watch the show. It's like they're people who read the comics. That's obvious. It's people who come from reading and enjoying the comics because there's so many fucking comic book references in Teen Titans Go. But it's obvious they didn't like the original old TV show. So why even bother keeping the same fucking characters? Why not just make a new Teen Titans?
Yeah, I was watching a video about how the main problem with Teen Titans Go is the characters of reference. It would be a fine show if it was about 5 superheroes that no one had heard about before, no one cared about.
Let me think.
Honestly, let me just say really quick, I think if Teen Titans Go was centered around what was it, Titans East or some shit like that, I think it would have been okay.
KO.
But if
you wanted to make a funny fucking show about superheroes, why not make one about fucking Captain Marvel?
No, why not make one about fucking...
Let's do that.
No, I want one about fucking the Plastic Man. Give me
Plastic Man and Captain Marvel. I don't care.
Give me Booster Gold.
Something who is straight up wacky. I don't care who it is. Just don't take who were already established as great and just give them the biggest curveball of the century. I mean, I'm pretty sure the voice actors of the show, who are the same ones in Teen Titans Go, there's no way they could have just looked at the script and did a double take. It's really?
Well, I mean, they're probably getting a lot of money.
Well, yeah, it's being aired in Cartoon Network.
I mean, it's their number 1 rated show. Actually, no, it's not their number 1 rated show anymore.
Who took the spot?
Another animated reboot, Total Drama Rama.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too.
What is Total Drama Rama? Is that the fucking baby?
Yes.
Yes.
Fucking why? It's not the 2000s anymore. Why do we need more baby reboots? Who the fuck asked for baby reboots? No one has liked baby reboots ever. The fucking Muppets couldn't get away with it. The fucking Looney Tunes couldn't get away with it. The fucking Tom and Jerry couldn't get away with it. Fucking Scooby-Doo barely got away with it. Why the fuck do we need these fucking infantile reboots?
You know what's funny?
Stop!
You know what's funny?
What?
Rugrats did the opposite.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and it was
God,
still bad.
You're right.
And that's awful. Fucking All Grown Up sucks. I will not be afraid to admit All Grown Up is awful.
No, you shouldn't be afraid to admit that. That show
Admit
was
that it's
terrible.
bad. It was bad. Everybody
It was a
says
bad
it's bad.
show.
There's nothing to. You should be afraid if you say you liked it.
Oh, I hated it.
I only remember the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh episode.
Oh, I only remember the Halloween episode.
It was a Halloween. Yeah, of course.
Oh, and
Mm-hmm.
going back to Teen Titans Go, one of the reasons that I will say something that did disappoint me is before like knowing about Teen Titans Go, one of the writers is Michael Jelinek, and he worked on Batman the Brave and the Bold, and I fucking love Batman the Brave and the Bold.
That explains why there's so many fucking comic book references.
I fucking love that show so much.
That dude fucking loves comics.
I mean, I don't know if it's him, but goddamn, if you haven't watched Batman the Brave and the Bold because you think it's like not serious enough, A, they are serious enough to have death, so don't think that they're not serious enough. And B, fucking, it is just a great show.
I just like it because it just like brings in a bunch of characters that normally never get any fucking screen time.
It made Aquaman good. That show had
made me
Aquaman be
respect
good.
Aquaman.
Oh my God.
And we're probably gonna have to go past 9 anyway for the last topic.
No,
Is
we're
that okay?
perfectly fine too, because like remember we took for a while to get started.
That is
yeah.
true.
And so in regards to your favorite reboot or remake, oh, actually, no, Meg, what about your least favorite reboot or remake?
Favorite. Fuck. I don't know, dude. Cause like,
Would it be Baby?
Baby. Oh fuck. Oh man. Probably one of the fucking many baby ones because they were just all shit.
Okay, what's worse? What's worse? When a show takes the characters and makes them younger and babies, or when a show takes the characters and try to make them hip and fresh, like with Yo Yogi?
Yeah, but here's the fucking problem. Half the goddamn time, the fucking kids ends up being hip and fucking cool. It ends up being that Looney Tunes Unleashed. Lunatics Unleashed. There you go. You gave me my answer.
Lunatics Unleashed?
Lunatics Unleashed was so bad. I could not. That first season was fucking disgusting.
I heard the second one was just so out of this world that it was great.
Yeah, because it was like, it suddenly started having like a real, like it just made sense. Like it was so fucking goofy but weird.
Yeah.
But the first one was like, it tried to be serious, dark. It tried to sell it as a fucking Saturday morning action cartoon to air alongside Batman Beyond and shit.
Oh
like it was just shit that like, why?
That's hilarious.
There were weird animated adaptations, especially on like fucking Kids WB. Like the fucking they had like an animated TV show adaptation of The Mummy 2.
What?
Oh my God, I remember that.
You remember that, right? That shit was weird.
They
Like,
did?
I never actively watched it, but I do remember seeing animated The Mummy.
That was so weird.
It was so fucking weird because it was specifically The Mummy 2, and the show was just the movie. Like it was the movie.
Really?
Like, it was the fucking same plot points. It was they took the plot points from the movie and then just expanded it. It's
Holy
like
fuck.
an anti-movie.
That sounds amazing.
So
that actually sounds amazing.
it fucks me up because it's like you see like movie adaptations of like animated TV shows, and usually they have to like omit a bunch of shit so they can meet the screen time. because it's like too much story. And this time it's the exact opposite. They just start adding shit. It was so weird. It's like it was like the shit they used to do back in the 80s where they would get like popular characters or like celebrities and shit and then give them a TV show like fucking Chuck Norris and shit. Like, it's just like, why? Why would you give these characters their own TV show? Why would you adapt a whole movie into a TV show? That was weird. That was a weird one. Fuck.
That is weird. Now that I think about it.
They also had a Men in Black one.
I remember that one.
I do remember that one. That one I remember. But that wasn't like the movie. That was actually like
continued adventures and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might as well be the misadventures of freaking Men in Black.
Yeah, basically. And it was like, that was fun. It was a fun show.
It was.
I liked the art style. It felt familiar to me, and I don't know why. That artist seems... Who the fuck did the art direction for that show? Why does it feel so familiar? Did they do shit for like MTV?
I don't know.
For Men in Black?
Yeah.
Did they do Gargoyles?
No, dude. That art style's different as fuck.
Oh, maybe they did season 1 of SWAT Cats. That does look familiar.
SWAT Cats was a weird one.
SWAT Cats. Fucking season 2 of SWAT Cats was the most insane fucking thing ever. It was great.
SWAT Cat was fucking furry bait.
It was.
But it was good. I'm not gonna sit here and diss it though.
But it does bring up what was your favorite reboot or remake?
I'm right now enjoying She-Ra.
I've heard good things about that.
I was surprised. Like, I was honestly surprised.
I thought it was going to be bad from what I've heard.
I started watching it and I'm like, oh shit, real? This is kind of good. Okay, cool. I like that. I can dig it. I can get behind that. Sick.
Fuck.
Remakes or reboots. Okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't adaptations and shit.
What about you, John?
Again,
do you want to keep thinking?
Honestly, I haven't seen enough TV or enough shows to actually have a favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a ton of great ones.
I'm pretty sure there is. And if it's brought up to my attention, I unfortunately can't really say anything.
Did you ever watch Thundercats?
I only saw the original. I never saw any of the reboots.
Really? Okay. What about Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated?
No.
I want to watch that show so bad, but
it's so good. It's so turned off.
I'm so turned off because like a good portion of that show is Velma getting shafted, and I hate that shit so much.
Dude, Velma's the best in that show. She's fucking she's the saltiest bitch ever. It's great.
I know, and I love her to death. Like, Salty Velma's best Velma, but like, I just hate that she gets shafted so fucking hard in that show. And like, she gets a happy ending, but it's like, fuck, dude. She gets it just sucks that she goes through such stupid shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, Velma's my favorite, my waifu for life until the day I die.
Another great one.
I'm sorry, hold that thought really quick. I'm sorry. Mig, I went ahead and looked up the Men in Black series to see why it looked familiar, because it bothered me too, and it makes sense now. It's the same people who did the Jackie Chan Adventures.
Oh, fuck!
Oh my god, you're right!
You're right!
Oh my god, that's why it looks so fucking familiar.
Oh my god. Fuck.
They did the Jackie Chan Adventures, Spider-Man, the new animated series, as well as the Boondocks.
The Boondocks?
I love the Boondocks!
Oh, that fucking sort of makes sense. You know what? I'm seeing some frames in my memory of like Boondocks and shit. And I'm like, oh, that, you know what? Yeah, I can tell. Fuck, you know that shit was so good. Fuck.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. We cracked the code.
We cracked it. Well, do you want to count Castlevania? Because
that's not even. I mean, you can't really count that.
It can't. I don't think that will be counted as a reboot because it's more of an animated telling of
like an adaptation. That's why I'm like, eh.
Yeah,
it's an adaptation of Castlevania 3.
Well, here's one. Did you ever watch Sonic Set AM?
No.
Really? Okay, you're kind of pushing me here.
You're pushing me into a corner, man.
Okay, how about this? You ever watch the Looney Tunes show?
I liked the Looney Tunes show.
I did too.
That was
I
actually
did not watch the Looney Tunes show other than this one scene that I retweeted on Twitter.
The Looney Tunes show is surprisingly really good because I thought it was gonna be really shit, but it was like it just
I liked the
made
Looney
it
Tunes
work
show.
so well.
I liked it. Didn't like it as much as Duck Dodgers.
I like Duck Dodgers.
Duck Dodgers was strong.
Duck
Duck Dodgers
Dodgers
was
was
strong as fuck.
What?
Duck Dodgers is great.
Let me see if I
Dude,
remember.
okay, can we talk about the
correctly.
Martian Queen?
Woo, boy, can we talk about the Martian Queen? That was
Grunt
a
noise!
babe and a
Grunt
half.
noise!
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Whew.
Grunt noise.
Look, there are certain characters that, like, when it comes to cartoons, especially when it comes to freaking Looney Tunes, there's certain characters that shouldn't be in just for,
Sex appeal.
yeah, not really it's just sex appeal, just for female character reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But Martian Queen, just
Oof, dude, like, oh my god. Like she's like that one girl that's just like she's so fucking strong that everybody will just make the exception for. Like it's just like she's way out of my type, way out. But fuck, dude.
yes.
God damn.
No wonder she's so fucking skinny. She doesn't have a mouth. She's so slim because she's so malnourished.
Oh my god.
But that is a great one. I would say for me, my favorite. Okay, I'm gonna go from favorite live action to animated and favorite animated to live action.
Go right ahead.
Favorite live action to animated. Not so much the content, because the content is fucking crazy, but it looks so nice. Is Black Dynamite.
Oh my god, I had entirely forgotten about Black Dynamite. You are absolutely right.
Black Dynamite is the most insane off the wall show, but it looks so nice. It is Studio Trigger, right? I think it is.
It is. It's Trigger. It's Trigger. They're on that.
Oh my
bitch,
god, it
and
looks
it is
so nice.
fucking strong. Oh my god.
But for animated to live action, I have to give it to the Tick. I thought it was gonna suck. It is so good.
Mm.
The Tick is amazing.
Interesting.
All right, that's it. Anything else before we move on to the next topic?
I got nothing.
I'm good. Let's go.
All right. So originally, this will be the last topic before the outro. But
Oh, we're not doing the.
yeah, I told you that like a fucking hour ago.
I would think that this is going to take up the rest of our time.
Yeah,
honestly.
it will.
If we still have time up to 9:30, would you want to do the thing?
If we do, I mean,
Okay, fine. Yeah, if we still, because I think 9:30 should be the deadline.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know if there's any much to say about that. The last topic that we may have, but let's just play this by ear.
Yes, good idea.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. So it was originally just going to be called The Many Wrongdoings of Fallout 76. And we will be talking about Fallout 76. But I think now we're going to talk about broaden it a little more. And we're
The
just gonna talk
wrongdoings of this generation of gaming.
or as I like to call it, games as a service, question mark?
John,
Essentially.
should I bring out like my controversial opinion that everybody immediately like seems to agree with?
I'm listening.
That we're coming up to a video game crash?
Yes, I think we are.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I'm listening.
I agree 100% with the way how things are going and that games are being serviced. Dude, let me just say, there was this there was a freaking video that I shared on our server.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you got a chance to see it or if anybody got a chance to see it. It was from Review Tech USA.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck Review Tech USA.
What the fuck?
Okay, I don't know where the aggro is coming from, but let me move on really quick.
That was
Sorry.
such a fucking.
No, I'm sorry.
burst.
I don't even get me started on Review Tech USA. I don't want to get into that. That's a topic for another day.
Okay, we'll topic that.
We'll table it. We'll table it.
Okay, fucking hell, Jesus, that was fucking
Aggro
angry.
as shit, man.
Fuck.
Damn.
Sorry, just go on with the video.
All right, so what's going on is that y'all know that Call of Duty Black Ops 4 came out a few months ago.
Yes.
So what's going on is that there was apparently a feature in the game that was recently implemented that was supposed to be in launch, but of course they didn't because, hey, it's we're in the 8th generation of consoles, and that's the thing that's new today. I don't know why, but what's going on is that apparently the black market is supposed to be microtransactions in a $60 game.
I don't fucking.
And this is, I don't know why this is a thing, but one of the things that they added, one of the first things they added in the black market was something that was free for all consumers in previous games, which is customized reticles for your reflex sight.
I saw you posted that. Yeah, that's what I was like. Okay.
One of them is just like one of them is like a modified die for like $1. Then you have one that is a smiley face, $2.
Oh, a smiley face. I like that.
But here's the thing: like they had this already in 2 other games for free, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3.
I don't.
Why do you like? Why did Activision think that it was a good idea to have your $60 AAA game that people were already having an outcry for having, omitted a single player campaign, and now adding microtransactions on top of your $60 AAA game?
I think in this scenario, it's not. I would agree with it if it was like a new thing. If it was just like, this is some new content. Because at the end of the day, I don't know if this really gives you like a competitive advantage just having these different reticles.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have. They're literally just cosmetics.
Exactly. So it's like
I don't see a problem with that in theory. If it was like actually making you competitively better, then there would be a problem. I mean,
but here's
it's
the
not
fucking issue.
The worst thing ever. I mean, like for example, I mean, like you're saying, oh, it was free before and now you got to pay for it. I'm going to be talking about Nintendo now because you also said the video game crash of whatever year it's going to crash. And I think there is going to be a huge crash. I think Nintendo is kind of safe from that because I think 9 out of 10 games they release like fully and not broken. I think that they're pretty good with that in terms of QA. Honestly, I think all first party 9 out of 10 first party games are fine with that. Any console.
I would agree. I would agree that most of the time, first party games always has a higher quality assurance, and that is most prominent with Nintendo games because this is going to be something that we may be getting into a little later. The recent announcement of Metroid Prime 4 being delayed.
Oh, we will talk about that. Yes,
but
yes, we should. Are we going to talk about that here or another podcast?
No, we can talk about it on the podcast. It's like definitely that's something we could definitely bring up.
All right.
The whole Nintendo is really good about having good QA when it comes to their games because I don't think they're to the top of my mind right now. There hasn't been a game where it wasn't a finished product. But the only one that would come to mind was Splatoon 1. Way back when on the Wii U, because it was, from what I initially remember, is when the game was released, it was bare bones.
Yeah,
but with them adding free DLC, which they have done up to Splatoon 2 as well, is something that I wouldn't say is to be made an example of, because there's certain things that absolutely can be paid for, because in the instance of going back to Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 1, all of the the additional DLC that they put in is just in regards to additional weapons and loadouts, because like most shooters like Call of Duty and such, you have to create your own loadouts, and that is the same with Splatoon. But what you get with your loadout is essentially randomized, so you can't really pick particular perks with your clothes. But the guns, there are set with certain advantages and disadvantages. So it would be unfair to have it would make sense that those would be paid for, given that it's just, if you like using the Gatling gun, you could but you want certain abilities with it, here you go.
I want to go ahead and take the lead on this, because this is a topic that is a lot more that we're focusing in on, but I feel like we need to talk about broadly what we're talking about when we say there's a possibility of a crash. Because here's my main issue with it. I believe that right now video games are relying far too much on using the internet to deliver more patches and content after the fact that the game has been released, which renders a lot of problems into it. It makes it so the game will not function if you don't patch it day one, which, if the servers go down for that game at any point, you basically bought a useless piece of plastic because that disc no longer works. Or like we're seeing right now with the Wii Shop, for example, which that shit's gone now. So if you...
Oh, is it today the day?
Well, it's not
you already had a
the
problem?
day. It's not officially the day, but it's more of
they've been killing it off.
February. By February, it's no longer going to be existent. Period. Like they were already earlier. They won't allow you to
get money
add
on
additional funds to the Wii Shop, but you are able to make additional purchases if you have the funds left on your account or on your console. But what is the point of keeping it live if I can't add fun?
Exactly. So here's where it gets really tricky. And for people who play on PC or they play online exclusive games, you're going to really start to feel this. When the crowd disappears, or let's say at some point in the company just decides that they don't want to host the servers anymore, those servers are shut down. And if you play those online only games, most of the time you don't have the game on disk. That game is hosted on another server. You only have access to a launcher that connects you to it. That happens, and you're not going to be able to do anything with it because there's no way for you to host an internal server unless you hack the game and then break into it. And this is something that people have been experiencing already with our MMOs and first-person shooters and a whole bunch of games that have come out. Not extremely recently, but in the past, we know that
within this generation.
This generation.
If I could chime in here for a sec.
Go for it.
As someone who is currently studying game development in college, it is a very, very, very bad idea to make a game primarily focused on online multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
You need something else. You need something else to win the crowd over. That's why Titanfall 1, I think, just died after the first 2 weeks. That's why something like what is that one? The one with the giant monsters? Remember that one? Epic? Yeah, the one where it's
Evolve.
Yeah, Evolve, yeah. That's why that died after a week or two. No one talks about Evolve anymore. It's free to play now.
That game had no reason to be as expensive as it was. But
unfortunately,
but you need to make a plan. You need to have an idea. You need to scope it out. You need to fucking scope it out. You can't assume that you're going to make a fucking multiplayer game that anyone can that people are going to play for years and years to come. Because you can't predict that. You can take the risk, but you have to realize that there's going to be a risk of you losing a lot of money. You have to have a backup plan. You have to be able to prepare for this kind of stuff.
Exactly. And there's gonna be a point where you can't host the servers. And going away from online only games, right now, you cannot buy a game without a day one patch.
That was exactly what I was going to get at right there, Mig. Because as of recent times, a lot of games have been coming out broken. Period. There's like no way for you to play it without a day one patch. As soon as you pop in that little piece of plastic into your freaking PlayStation 4, Xbox One, whatever the fuck console you decide to play it on, automatically you're going to be greeted with a 20 gigabyte patch or some shit like that. That is to provide stability.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like you mean to tell me that the whole time, like the whole 2 years that you've been developing this game, you couldn't just think maybe we should delay it so we could release this, as a actual finished product? No.
And then games that are delayed still have a day one patch.
It's like
let me bring in.
The people look at the developers like, no, what are you, fucking stupid? No, we're gonna release it broken as is. People are still gonna buy it, but that's not the point.
Can I throw in the Master Chief Collection into this fucking
Oh
mess?
my god! I love the Master Chief Collection, but fuck them for doing that.
You love it now, bitch. You love it now.
That is the biggest offender of this whole topic right here. The Halo Master Chief Collection, day one, what was it? Had a 60 gigabyte patch?
60 gigabyte.
No,
I was like,
let me fucking tell you what happened. This game didn't get a fucking patch, didn't get fixed until a year after it came out. And that patch was 60 fucking gigs. What the fuck?
And that was just for the game to actually be played.
A year for the game to be playable. A year. And even then, you still can't fucking play it outside of the US. What the fuck? Who does that? No, 343, obviously. They're fucking clowns. But can we be fucking real? Let's stop and act like this is a 343 only situation. Because I can guarantee you, fucking anybody else could have pulled this off, could have done the exact same shit. Ergo, thus, furthermore, Fallout 76.
Before we get to Fallout 76, you did bring up a good point with the 60 gigabytes. I want to talk about something else, too.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I buy a game physically, not only just because I like to own it physically, is because I don't want to have to... I don't want to have to take up a lot of space on my hard drive.
Yeah.
And that's completely understandable. I was the same way. But unfortunately, I'm getting to the point where I can't afford to do that now.
No, that's not the thing. The problem is, my problem is, it doesn't matter if you buy a physical now, especially from something like Xbox, because you still have to download the game.
It's fucking true. It's fucking true. You get a disc, and the discs usually are like, on the PS4, I feel like they have no excuse to do this shit, because the PS4 disc is a Blu-ray. It's a fucking Blu-ray.
Spyro 2, Spyro 3.
Why the fuck do I need to install the fucking game on my console?
And again, fucking Spyro 2 and 3, could they have been that big? I understand it's open world, but could it have been that big that you couldn't fit it on one, even two discs?
Here's the big fucking problem. I understand installing a game because it's optical media, and optical media naturally is slow. I totally
understand that.
I'm used to that shit. I don't like the fact that I gotta download the rest of the fucking game off the goddamn internet. Why the hell should I do that? Why should my console be entirely fucking useless if I forgot to pay the internet bill? Why can I not fucking play my single player games? Why can't I do that?
Okay, I think the biggest offender of this. So for Nintendo, they started doing this recently. I understand it with Bayonetta, kind of. It's BS. I totally understand it. I even understand it with Mega Man Legacy X Collection. Mm-hmm. What the fuck Mega Man Legacy Collection. What the actual fuck?
You're talking about how like half of it isn't even on.
Half of it isn't on the cartridge. How hard that have been? How hard?
You know what?
It's not even half. It's less than half. 6 games are on the cartridge. 4 games are not on the cartridge. 2 of those games are 8-bit. 1 game is 16-bit. How fucking hard would it have been to fit every game on that cartridge?
You know what? Here's the thing. This is why this is my biggest argument with the Legacy Collection, because they fucking did it on the GameCube.
You know what? You're right.
Mega Man Anniversary Collection had Mega Man 1 through 8, and then again they had 2 additional games that were arcade exclusive.
I thought one of them sucked.
No. That's not
the one we're talking about. We're talking about whether or not the fact that we're there.
Remind me, how much did you have to install when you put in the disc?
On a GameCube?
Yeah, on the GameCube.
Dude, I just popped that.
Yeah, you pop it in. You pop it in.
Game.
It was also on PS2, by the way.
It was PS2, Xbox, and GameCube. The Mega Man Anniversary Collection. And you know what else?
What else?
They did an X series on PlayStation, Xbox, and GameCube.
But did it have all 8?
It had Mega Man's 1 through 6 plus an additional game on there with freaking with other like a concept art and videos like that.
Okay, to be fair, I can't believe I'm actually defending this. To be fair, X8 is a pretty great Mega Man X game. I would not have minded it being on a console, on a collection.
I don't. That we're swaying off topic here.
I mean, yeah, we are swaying off topic. We'll have like a completely freaking other stream of Mega Man and whatnot. But
yeah,
like the thing is that we're in a day and age where freaking collections and like freaking like compilations are getting really fucking ridiculous. And aside from that, day one patches are bullshit. I think when the crash does happen, GameStop is gonna fucking die. Dude, GameStop is already dying right now. Yeah, no. But the crash, because of shit like this.
I forget which one of you I talked to about regarding GameStop and the PS4. I think it was John.
You spoke to me about that.
Yeah, okay. That wasn't GameStop's fault. I don't know if Mig heard about this regarding the Kingdom Hearts 3 PS4 cancellations.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
Okay, I know someone who works at GameStop. It is 0. It may be like 1% their fault. It is 99 to 100% Sony's fault. I can vouch for this person. I trust them completely.
And I agree with that 100%.
But GameStop's still going to get blamed.
Yeah, they are going to get blamed because they're the middleman. Every middleman unfortunately gets blamed.
Every middleman gets blamed. Fucking don't kill the messenger. Kill the Sony.
Kill the Sony. Dude, I don't know. Sony's on some fucking ridiculous shit lately.
Do you know that I don't know what they're planning. Sony isn't having their own conference and they're not going to be at E3 this year.
Weird.
Okay. I don't know what they're fucking planning, but it better be the fucking PS5 or they better be doing it for like a really not expensive price.
They're just there like twiddling their fingers like, yes, our plans are coming together. Soon GameStop will be destroyed. Now and we will not show up for E3. Go ahead,
really quick. I'm sorry. But there is some signs that, developers are actually showing some signs that they're listening to the people. And I'm going to be looking at Capcom here.
Mm-hmm.
Recently,
because of Mega Man?
No, not just Mega Man. Not really just Mega Man. But recently we got Resident Evil 2 Remake.
How was that?
I have not played it, but from what I've seen, holy shit, it's definitely Resident Evil 2 as people would remember, but in a third-person perspective, like Resident Evil 6.
Interesting. I heard it's like the highest rated Resident Evil game since.
It is. That's the thing. It is. And you want to tell you what even made it better?
What?
Tofu?
You could no. You just put in the game and you play it. From what I read from one of the people that I follow on Twitter that actually played the game, they have confirmed that there was no day one patch.
Wow, Jesus Christ! Oh my god!
So that may be a sign of improvement.
As long as we can drop all of these stupid practices that involve using the internet for the sake of making money, I don't see a good future for most people. If Capcom keeps going with what it's doing, I think they'll be fine.
I think they'll be fine as well. And hopefully we do get more that would signify that there wouldn't be a crash for for an extended period of time. However, there are some that I'm most definitely are sure that there are just unfortunately just gonna crash, just gonna burn Activision EA.
Yeah, no, they are the major offenders. They need to go. They need to.
Honestly, EA more than Activision. I've seen gleams in Activision. I've seen Jack Diddley squat. I mean, I don't think we have time, but I don't think I have to bring up Anthem. If you've heard what's going on with Anthem,
I have heard what's going on with Anthem, and that was something I was actually gonna.
Oh, we can talk about it if you want. Again, we can totally go past 9:30.
Let me just say this really quick because
we're also going to definitely talk about Fallout 76.
Eventually, yes, but here's the thing with Anthem, because me and MCI were having a little bit of a debacle between beta and demo.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so are they calling it a demo or beta? Are they calling this a beta or demo?
Here's the thing. According to Activision, for people who already pre-ordered the game, they get an exclusive quote-unquote VIP demo before the game is released.
Demo is higher quality than beta.
Exactly. That was exactly what I was going to get at. What you're essentially is telling us that your quote-unquote VIP demo before the game is released isn't a demo. This is a beta. A demo is essentially a segment of the game that you could play that is essentially complete, and it's something that is for free without having to have any kind of transaction made before or after the game has been released.
I don't mean to bring this up because I know you hate the series, but Deltarune.
What about? I feel like that is a demo, but okay.
It's a demo. It's fucking 6 hours long. A demo. It's free.
I feel like the most important thing about a demo. I feel like the most important thing about a demo is the fact that it helps you make the decision as to whether or not you want to buy a game. That is the important defining characteristic of a demo.
All right, now let me ask you this really quick, Dan, because Mick, I do agree that is the most defining feature of a demo, that it's supposed to be what drive you to get the game. It will either make or break it for you without having to shell out a full-priced game. And seeing that demos, unfortunately, are no longer a thing, and we're just getting betas up the wazoo, this goes up to my question. Dan,
someone just brought it up into the chat. From what you're stating is that the video game company is being like the housing market in 2007 and 2008.
Oh, yes. Fuck, yeah. Oh, my God.
They're sitting right now on a bubble that's going to pop, because right now they're making extreme amounts of income based on multiplayer exclusive games. But there's going to be a point where they're just not making money, and we noticed this already with some other games. For example, what was the one from the people who made fucking Borderlands? What was it called?
2K.
Yeah, 2K. They made what was the name of the game though?
Exactly. No. I know exactly what you're talking about, because I was upset at that because it ended up being free to play. It was Battleborn. We saw Battleborn. People didn't fucking want to play it. That game crashed and burned real fucking quick.
that shit happens, and sooner or later it's going to continue happening more and more and more, to the point where all of these multiplayer exclusive games are just going to fucking crash. And since so many of these companies right now are relying on multiplayer exclusive games, that means that they're just going to stop hosting their servers. And on those same servers, usually are included the updates for said games.
And if your base game needs a day one update, you can't play the game, period.
Exactly. Even if you were to be able to make your own servers, which on console is impossible to do unless you do some crazy shit, the game is going to be useless.
Yeah,
because you can't even patch it.
You have to plan for this kind of stuff. But sorry, John, what were you gonna ask?
Yeah, let me ask you really quick, since we were talking about fucking betas and demos. Deltarune, has it got a recent update?
No,
it is.
That is a straight up demo.
It is a demo. Yeah,
betas are something that is constantly updated time and time again before the game is released, leading up to the game itself, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck! Oh my god! Yeah, I mean,
now,
okay. Let me ask you a question. Do you think it's fair game to offer people exclusive items in the full game if they have the demo? For example, for Mario Tennis Aces, if you had the demo by the time by the time the game came out and you bought the game, you got an alternate costume for Mario. Do you think stuff like that is fair?
Well, seeing if it's a cosmetic,
no, definitely not like a game changer. But like, for example, for a fighting game, like let's pretend Shao Kahn wasn't only pre-order for Mortal Kombat 11, he was also if you got the demo too. One of the two.
All right. So let's talk about that really quick. Mm-hmm. The thing with demos or open betas, that if you have the save data for that, and when you get the full game, that you get something in addition to that, because you were able to have the time to play this part of the game, let's give you a little surprise for that. Mm-hmm. If you have a way in game to get it, if you didn't participate, that's fair game. But if you if it's cosmetic, whatever, it's fair game. But if it's something vital, like an additional character that can be a big game changer, and you're telling me that I can't get this character because I didn't play your beta and everybody else did? No, that is bullshit. You shouldn't do something like that.
Okay, that's fair.
Here's the thing, because in fighting games, having knowledge of what characters do is vital. First and foremost. If saying that Shao Kahn is day one exclusive as of right now, because if you pre-order the game, you get access. If you pre-order the game, you get access to Shao Kahn.
Oh, is that also fucking Switch? Because I got it on Switch. I really hope it is.
It's coming out on Switch.
No, I'm saying, is the pre-order also for Switch as well, or no?
The pre-order is for any version of the game.
Okay, good. Sorry, keep going. I'm just so excited.
Those who pre-order the game are able to see what Shao Kahn can do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go online, if you didn't pre-order the game, you don't have access to Shao Kahn, period. So if you go online...
There's no way they're going to do that. I think they will release it at a later date. Like, for example, with Mortal Kombat XL, it had Goro, but Goro was a pre-order bonus.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat XL. They didn't have them as purchasable until after DLC Pack 1.
Okay, so like for example, Piranha Plant won't be available when it's free for everyone else. It'll be another month or two before it's available to purchase.
And that's where I call bullshit. That is dumb. Shit like that is dumb.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you don't have but this isn't for people who don't beta or don't pre-order. The game is out. If you have the game, it's not like you have to do anything else. All you have to do is register the game.
Yeah, all you have to do is register the game. But if you didn't register the game, which
Nintendo
has done a very good job at reminding players to do that, but that's not really the case. We're talking about a game that is already coming out, and the character is only available as soon as you receive your copy.
True. Okay.
In the case of that, if you were to go online and do a couple matches and you're running into nothing but Shao Kahns, how are you going to face that? You have no idea what Shao Kahn does.
Yeah, okay, you don't know what Shao Kahn does, but I don't think they're going to make him overpowered.
No, all right. It's not of the fact that they're going to make him overpowered or not. Without knowledge of what the character is going to do, it'll give you the pretense of this character is too strong.
Okay, but that's the same thing with any fighting game character.
The same thing happened with Goro. Nobody knew how to play against Goro because he was day one exclusive.
Okay, the thing is, the more you play against Shao Kahn, the more you understand how he plays. That's the same thing with any other character that you can play as. If you've never played as fucking Sonya Blade and you fight against Sonya Blade 100 times, you're gonna figure out how to play against Sonya Blade.
Dan, but okay, wait, no. You're missing an important part of this.
And the point, in the perspective of someone who actually plays fighting games actively. Mm-hmm. Put yourself in my perspective really quick.
All right.
Competent fighting gamer. You play to understand what a character does. You have to play the character, so you could know. Oh, this character can't really do this, and is unsafe on certain attacks. So use that as the advantage. If you're going against a character that you cannot actively play against, that is a severe disadvantage.
Well, did they make Goro playable online when it was pre-ordered? Okay, yeah. That I call BS on.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I think it'd be fine if it was a pre-order bonus, but only for local. I think that would be fine.
That's exactly my point. If that was the case, then yeah, that's fair game. But if it's accessible to everybody that pre-ordered the game, hell, shit like that is even open in tournaments.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's fucking bullshit.
Like, new character, this is something that's stupid, and it comes to what the general consensus is in tournaments. If there's a DLC update that came out the day, like about a week before the tournament happens, it's a general consensus that they should not allow the DLC characters to be playable. But if there's time before that, say 2 or 3 months before an event happens, then yes, that is fair game, because any competent anybody who is going to a tournament needs to have the knowledge right there to have to be able to go against any of these characters, because new characters are the scariest when it comes to fighting games. So if you don't have access readily available to play these new characters, I'm sorry, that is an unfair advantage, and that should not be done. I'm surprised
there's no, there wouldn't be a grace period for tournaments. Like, for example, there was a huge Smash tournament coming only a week supposedly after Piranha Plant is coming.
Yeah, Genesis 6.
Wouldn't there be a fucking grace period to allow Piranha Plant?
No, they're not allowing Piranha Plant.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's a general consensus that any update that is a week before, they will not allow it. They will have the game offline
in the previous version. Okay.
For the previous version.
Okay, cool. But then that makes you wonder, how do people practice beforehand if they're going to update it a week before? I guess everyone has to keep it offline.
They will keep it up. They will disregard the update.
Oh, fuck yeah, I guess that is true. You know what would suck? If you couldn't play it without the update. Because I know some games that are like that. I haven't met a fighting game like that, but I know there are some games that you cannot play until you update, which isn't bad. It would be worse if it was a fighting game.
Oh yeah, for fighting games, it's honestly, as a fighting gamer, it hurts. It really does.
But then again, it's kind of necessary to update.
It is necessary to update due to balances and whatnot, and that's perfectly fine. But when it comes to having majors come up and then you're having to patch either just before it happens, hell, I even seen it happen during these events.
Damn.
And it's like, why? Especially when it benefits certain players.
Fuck, dude.
And this shit like that is just, it's not fair, man.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna be okay, John?
I mean, thankfully I don't compete.
Okay, good.
But like, fuck. Shit like this needs to stop. Honestly.
It really does.
It does. Okay, why don't we move on to the big one of two big things regarding this. The thing that we were originally going to be talking about, Fallout 76.
So explain to me how broken you like your games.
Okay, so we all know Bethesda. We all know that they release broken, buggy games from time to time. We all know that.
Like the like
Skyrim. Skyrim's buggy as hell.
I want to bring up fucking Fallout Shelter because there was this one game that stole their source code and that and then released a game similar to Fallout Shelter. Bethesda took them to court, and the way they won that case was because the source code was so fucking buggy. Only they could have made it. And that shit fucking kills me. Do you remember this shit, John?
Yes, I'm the one who told you about this shit.
Oh,
so what happened? What happened was, the developer, the original development team for Fallout Shelter ended up going on with a different company to make a game similar to it. However, they took the source code with it, which is actually under the original developers. A copyright.
Yeah.
All right. The chat says it's Westworld. That's what it was. So they created Westworld with the same source code. So that means copy and paste, freaking plagiarism and all that shit. And of course, they were taken to court for that. How did what was it, Bethesda?
Yeah.
How did Bethesda win? Because it had the exact same glitches, the exact same bugs. And that's the way how they won.
So
their signature was their games were so broken that Westworld was broken all the same.
And like that just goes to show that this is a company that doesn't really worry too much about quality because their games are always buggy.
They're always buggy, and yet somehow they still sell.
Which I think it's important to talk about how they not only fucked up Fallout 76, the game, let's also talk about how they fucked up behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I want to bring up two things in particular. I feel if you ordered the Fallout 76 Special Edition,
oh, here we go.
Oh my god.
I am very sorry. I'm not even like trying to be condescending here. I am legitimately sorry. I honestly, okay, so for those of you that don't know, Fallout 76, everyone knows what a special limited edition is. It's a game that comes with a bunch of physical stuff that we all break or throw out like 2 days later. Just kidding. You'll probably collect that. It came with a lot of cool stuff. I think it came with a helmet, which I think was cool. It came with a lot of other physical stuff. One of the physical things promised with the package was a canvas bag. What a lot of people got, I'm not sure if it was everybody, but a lot of people were reporting that instead of a canvas bag, they received a nylon bag. For those of you that don't know the difference between a canvas bag and a nylon bags it's like comparing apples and manure. Nylon bags break after a week of use. They will break after 2 weeks of not using them. They are very cheap. Canvas bags are much better material. They look much nicer. They feel much nicer. And honestly, it kind of makes sense why it was like, what, Was it $200 or $300 for the
It's-
special edition?
I just looked it up right now. It's $200, and what comes with it is, of course, the base game with the steelbook, a full-scale wearable T-51 power armor helmet, a glow-in-the-dark world terrain map, 24 collectible Fallout figures, and the Fallout 76 Tricentennial Edition bonus in-game items. And, of course, the bag itself, which they have in asterisks. Bag is not correct representation of products.
Which you wouldn't think them. Does it say canvas bag?
No, they didn't even mention the bag.
The
They
thing
didn't
is,
mention the bag.
the thing is, the
As
shown
of right
image
now,
is
this
of a
is-
canvas bag.
Yeah, the shown image is of a canvas bag.
Okay,
But
so you wouldn't.
this is what I have now.
Okay, so they might have changed it, or that might have been always the case. Honestly, not a terrible special edition.
It's not a terrible special
not the worst
edition,
thing.
but when they say originally that it was going to be a freaking canvas bag, you were expecting a canvas bag. A lot of people got the nylon bag, which pissed off a lot of fucking people. And what was Bethesda's response?
Wait, can I please say this? Can I please say this?
Go right ahead.
I've been waiting to say this. So, how does Bethesda respond for $200 special edition with one of their products being a piece of crap?
Mm-hmm.
They offer, and hear me out on this. I think it's pretty fair. They offer 500 atoms, in-game atoms, which is the currency. And that sounds like a lot. 500. That's 2 zeros after a 5, and 500 is greater than 200. But you see, 500 atoms results in $5 US. And that can buy you flowers and a door in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So their response to people being gypped off for their $200, which, to be fair, I mean, I'm not saying you got gypped $200 because there's still a lot of other cool stuff. You definitely got gypped more than $5. Definitely.
Anybody should have got more than $5 when their response is, oh, it ended up being more expensive than we thought for actually producing so many freaking canvas bags for everybody who pre-ordered this freaking special edition. But you know what? Here, have $5 of in-game currency.
Here, you can use this new door to close the door on us because we're giving you the cold shoulder. Let's see. But the good news is I think they did start making the canvas bags and sending them out. And I wish I could say that was the end of the behind the scenes troubles, but it gets worse. It gets worse because random people are now getting, or were getting, support ticket claims from other people playing the game, and on the support tickets it showed the person's email and home address and the kind of credit card they use. And that is a massive breach of personal information.
Look, there's a lot of things that is like
How
a
do
big...
you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up? I'm
Bad
genuinely
coding.
curious.
Bad
How?
coding.
That's not even a game thing. Who do you
Here-
blame for that?
Here's the thing.
No,
Here's the
I know
thing.
you
We're
blame
not-
Bethesda. What department do you blame?
What department do you blame? I don't know, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. We're looking at a company who consistently has released buggy, glitchy-ass games day one, and to my knowledge, has any Bethesda game ever been patched?
Yeah, they've been patched, but
They haven't patched?
They don't fix anything much.
Yeah, no, there's
So-
tons of patches. They just don't fix anything.
Oh, so it's just they release patches, but the game is still broken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, of course. In Skyrim, the horses used to be able to walk up mountains, but then they patched that out. Isn't that weird?
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right.
I could just imagine a guy going to the boss at Bethesda, and he says, "Excuse me, sir. I sent all these support tickets to your email," and the boss is like, well, I didn't get those emails. And then the guy's like, isn't your email xx_chode_master24_xx@hotmail.org? And then the boss is like, no, I'm xx_chode_master24_xx@hotmail.com.
He says it's a RiverJo 23.
Oh no!
Oh my god. How do you fuck that up?
Here's the thing. People expect Bethesda, a company who consistently release broken, glitchy-ass games, to have released a functioning, complete product of an MMORPG that does not have any NPCs in the game to actually work. But no, of course not. People are dumb and get a glitchy ass MMORPG, which is the worst kind of game.
Oh my god.
We get shit like that along with it. You expect Bethesda to do something right? Really? Get a grip.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Yo, that game is all kinds of bad. Unlike Metroid Prime 4. Question mark?
Oh my god. Do you want to go into that? We're literally almost 30 minutes past our mark.
I mean, this shouldn't take long because it's not out yet, and I thought we were going to talk about do we think it's a good idea? Do we think it's a bad idea? And then we're going to call it.
I think it's good if we're gonna call.
I think it's a good idea. There is one problem I have with it, but I think otherwise it's a good idea.
Really quick, apparently there was a part of what I was saying in the chat that they didn't hear. The worst kind of game being a glitchy, buggy MMORPG. Those are the worst kind of games.
Yep.
Period.
Oh yeah, those suck.
But are we gonna get into Prime 4?
Yeah, we're pretty far behind schedule, so I think we should just move to fucking Metroid Prime 4. Just for those of you that don't know, Nintendo came out on Friday. They're like, we're scrapping the original game. We're letting Retro Studios, the original developers of the original Metroid Prime trilogy, work on it. We're sorry for the delay. Have a good day. Honestly, I'm surprised the internet took it that well.
I mean, granted, it's for every reason. Because initially, when we heard that Metroid Prime 4 was gonna be in production, we were I think we were told that Retro Studios wasn't gonna be involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the fact
we
that
still don't know. We still don't know who the original developers were,
and I don't think we ever will.
Like, man, if it was that bad that they just said fucking scrap it and give it back to them, who the fuck would step up to the plate to admit that? Jesus Christ.
Did you see the meme where it's like, everything's looking pretty good.
Oh yeah,
we like how it's looking. It's like,
what is that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's called flossing.
It's called flossing. It's the new hip and trendy thing that's going around. Nintendo scraps the project, gives it to somebody else.
I fucking would. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
It's understandable that the internet or the fans would actually accept that gracefully, given that it's going back to its original home.
Yeah.
For the Prime series. And, I'm glad that Nintendo actually went out of their way to inform the people.
I'm glad that they were very transparent about it.
Yeah. I mean,
they were actually proactive about it.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that they were very open about it.
To be perfectly honest, this would be the equivalent of let's say a fucking Konami starts making another Metal Gear game, and they just say fuck it and give it back to Kojima. At that point, you'd be like, no, yeah, thank you, fucking hell yeah, fuck, let's do it, yeah, let's ride.
Yeah, if Konami could actually just give Kojima his baby.
Yeah, please just give him that fucking. Just give him that. Just
also Silent Hill, please.
Oh yeah, no, definitely the PT.
Okay, I would say Silent Hill before Metal Gear, just because PT hurt. PT hurt me. With
it hurt me
too. The fact that it's not coming out.
I mean, we're getting Death Stranding, so
Yeah.
I know, but like,
But it's not Silent Hill.
and also, it looks very interesting, but like,
I love that it's just
so much thing.
I love that it's the same exact group because they just got together out of spite, and they did.
Yeah,
Well,
they did.
I would too.
Hands down.
I
I mean, would you not?
would like that was absurd, but you know me, I'm a spiteful fuck.
I
But
do.
yeah,
In regards to Metroid Prime 4,
Mhm.
my only concern, and this is a small one at that, is, well, two things. One, so my only two concerns are, one, and it's not even a concern, the first one, is if Retro is just getting it now, or even in the past 6 months, like this was a thing that they just announced now, it happened beforehand, what is this secret project they've been working on?
Retro.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently for some time now, Retro Studios have been working on apparently a secret project that nobody knows. The only thing that some people were able to confirm that it was apparently going to be a racing game.
That's where, like, they think it's a Star Fox Grand Prix game.
In reference to one of the endings in Star
Fox Assault?
No, Star Fox Command, the DS game.
I can never remember that. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to see that. I would love for a combat racing game like Jack X.
What if they're making an F-Zero?
Bro, please don't do that to me. You know I'm dying.
But I would
Yo, Super Monkey Ball 3.
relax. But
Yeah, calm down, dude. That's Sega.
It doesn't fucking, I don't know, man.
I would honestly prefer F-Zero over like a fucking Star Fox racing game.
I mean,
I don't know. Like a
granted-
Jack X style combat racing game sounds fun.
Granted, there is a Star Fox character in F-Zero.
Right, yes. I remember.
Yeah.
And the other thing I'm worried about is everyone from the original Prime trilogy who worked on it from Retro is gone. So
That is very true.
I'm a little worried
That
about
is
that.
true, yes.
But they handled Donkey Kong extremely well. I would like the secret project to secretly be a 3D Donkey Kong game. That would be fucking great.
Remake of DK64.
No, fuck that. Unless they map the characters to buttons. Unless they map the character swap to a button. In which case, I'm all for that. But no.
I do have one question regarding to Metro Prime 4's development.
Yeah.
Given that it was scrapped and handed to somebody else,
Yeah.
how far into development were they?
I have no idea.
Has anybody found any confirmation of how far they were in?
No, but I do know. So, actually, there is one thing. Someone found a Metroid spirit from a Metroid character in Smash Bros. Ultimate that had no previous render. That's the only thing I can think of.
Huh. There's apparently
It's an already established character, but they have not had a render like that before.
Okay, what's the character?
Oh, fuck, it's one of the more powerful ones. I don't even remember the name.
It's
let me-
Adam.
I'm gonna see if I can look it up.
They put Adam in the game.
Give me 1 second.
All right.
Right?
I'm looking forward to Metroid Prime 4. I don't mind waiting until 2025.
You know me, I'm a whore for Metroid, so I'm gonna do it.
Oh yeah,
Let
I
me
know
ask-
that much.
Let me ask you a question. If it takes until the next console cycle, do you think they're still going to release it on Switch?
Fuck. Well, right now they're working for Switch code, but
Do you think it's going to be like a Breath of the Wild type thing where they release?
I would say maybe a Breath of the Wild kind of thing.
Yeah.
Can people stop saying Breath of the Wild is the best Wii U game? It's not a Wii U. I'm sorry. I don't count it as a Wii U game.
All right, so I'm looking at all the spirits right now for the Metroid series.
It's a really big one.
A really big one?
Yeah,
Like
hold on, let me-
physically big
Wait,
or
I don't know
important
why I
big?
didn't look it up. I don't know why I didn't look it up.
Is it a primary spirit or is it a support spirit?
It's red. I remember that. It was like a red color spirit. Not like
Gee,
the actual
that-
spirit being red. It was like a power spirit.
Gee, that really narrows down my options here. All right, hang on. Attack spirits?
Yeah. Oh, Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Nightmare?
Yeah, Nightmare.
That Nightmare model was in.
No, it wasn't.
Was it
They thought
not?
it was in that one, but there's no confirmed. There's no confirmed render to look like that. Someone brought up the render that. No, someone did bring up the render that looked like that. Well, if it is concept art, that's still pretty cool. But
I fucking love Nightmare. Like that fight. That fight was so gross. Ugh, I love it.
All right, give me a second. I'm looking up the Fusion Nightmare for concept art at least.
Yep. He's a creep and a half, and I love him. That honestly is the most memorable fight in that game for me. Like that, and maybe like the SAX encounters.
Yeah, the SAX fight.
Yes, all the encounters with SAX are really memorable.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Nightmare was just so good.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
What was a more memorable fight? Fighting the Chozo statue in one of the Metroid games. I forget which one.
Super Metroid.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was Zero Mission. I could whatever. In Metroid, in Super Metroid, or fighting the Bird Mouth in Mario 2.
The bird mouth in Mario. Oh, whoa, fuck. Shit. I don't even remember doing that. Did I
It was
just
like one of the
shit,
final bosses.
yeah. That was Nah, Birdmouth is not. I mean, it was like what the fuck, but not really something that I would say memorable.
But then, like, the thing is, it's so weird because, wherever you kill it, that's where you jump into its mouth, even if it's.
Yeah,
but I feel like the Chozo thing is a lot more memorable because these are like statues that have been in like helping you out throughout the series and shit.
So
and
the bird statues.
the bird statues were essentially goalposts.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Who would think to fight a goalpost?
I mean, yeah, I guess. But I don't know. I feel I remember. I'm a bad person to ask for that because Metroid
bias.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So with a little research, I do see that there is no identical concept art, but it is very similar to the original concept design.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They found something similar to it, but nothing.
The only thing that's different is that the face is smaller and is darker. That's it.
I think it might be something else. Whatever, it's fine. Let's move on. Just any final thoughts on Metroid Prime 4? Because we are way past our time.
Final thoughts on Metroid Prime 4? Honestly, I do hope that, given the way how the Switch doesn't have a lot of motion controls, I hopefully do want it to be more the way how Prime 1 and Prime 2 were handled.
Mm-hmm.
But but trying to give it a more of a modern control scheme.
I mean, I did like the trilogy.
Yeah, the trilogy was great, but the thing is with the trilogy is that they added motion controls when it wasn't really necessary, but given the the layout of the controller, it was understandable. But saying that we actually have
controllers now,
actual controllers.
Yeah. Not to mention we can
There's
also
no
use fucking
excuse.
Not to mention we can also use GameCube controllers now.
Yes, but actually the GameCube controllers are treated as pro controllers.
Oh,
And don't
damn
they always-
as fuck.
Yeah, true. I do.
I'm
remember.
down for that. I'm down for them to map it so like you could plug in a GameCube controller and you'd be ready to go. I'd be down for that. It'd be fun.
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't say to count your chickens there, but
I'm saying it would be fun. I'm not saying it's probably what they're gonna do.
yeah, but I would say for where we're at now, I think it should adopt somewhat of a modern control scheme.
Yeah, no, it'd be probably better just to like use both of the joysticks to look around and shit.
Yeah, like left stick for your movement, your right stick for actual observations, man. whatever it is that they're going to do with if they're going to have beam stack or if you're going to be able to switch out beams, that it, given how many buttons there are, it shouldn't be that hard to do.
Yeah, because it's like the game. The if they try to make that now, like sure, people who are like used to the Prime series, they're probably gonna be fine with it and probably enjoy it. But I think like if they're trying to reach a more modern demographic, they're just that they need modern controls. There's no way around that.
Agreed.
Yeah. That is why everyone who's saying Skyward Sword is being ported to Switch, unless they fucking rework the controls, it's not being ported to Switch. The main
Absolutely, there's no reason.
The main selling point of the Switch is the portability. The main selling point of the Wii was its motion controls. Like, it's not being ported to Switch unless they completely rework it.
Absolutely, there's no reason for them to actually port Skyward Sword to... Actually, I do not see them actually porting Skyward Sword to Switch. If they do, yeah, as you said, Dan, they need to rework those controls.
Completely.
But I do not see how they're going to be able to do it.
I can't... I mean, like, even if they rework it, I just don't think it makes sense for them to do that.
Like, think about it. The whole gimmick with Skyward Sword was its introduction for Wii Motion Plus, which gives it the gyroscopic feature.
Which is kind of sad that the whole point of a Wii game, of a Zelda game, is to introduce a peripheral.
Yes, absolutely.
Although I still do like the game. I'd say it's not my favorite. I do like it.
Haven't played it, but that is for another time.
Yeah.
But if they were to do that, it's going to be very fucking difficult for them to implement precision sword strikes. And if they do have to get rid of that, and if they are reworking that, then they're going to have to redo the whole game because all their enemies were like that for precision strikes. They will have to make it a traditional Zelda game.
I mean, the only way that it could work out, and even then that ruins the fun, is if they say you can't play in a handheld mode like they did with Super Mario Party. Which even then, I get, because Mario Party is a primarily multiplayer game.
Primarily a multiplayer game, and one that you would play on a couch.
Or even, like, you don't have to play... by handheld mode, I mean, like, handheld Switch mode, not handheld tabletop mode, which you can play it as.
Oh, yeah, then in that case, fine. But
that's the problem. The problem there is that Mario Party works on a condensed thing because it's not a super complicated game. I do not see that working with a fucking game like Zelda Skyward Sword.
Yeah, I don't see it either. And, given all the updates and enhancements we've seen previously from other Zelda games, like we had Ocarina of Time 3D as well as Majora's Mask 3D.
Love those games.
There was also Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD.
Which I love both those games too, yeah.
So, seeing that they were able to make certain enhancements to better the experience for these games, I do see them, trying to do something with that for Skyward Sword.
But that's not those games were all controller based.
Yeah, they're all controller. Well,
you can make an argument for
Twilight Princess,
but that was also a controller game because it came out on both GameCube and Wii.
Yeah, it came out both GameCube and Wii, which I find weird that the Wii version is just the GameCube version but mirrored.
It makes sense because Link is left-handed.
Yeah, I know it makes sense, but I mean that I'm just going to open up another can of worms from there, so I'm just going to stop myself.
Yeah, okay.
Let's call it.
Let's call it. Okay. So thank you for joining us on DRMcast episode 1.5. I am sorry. That is my fault. I do apologize. Episode 1, 99% my fault, 1% society's fault.
You tell them what you did.
Yeah, so there was a lack... What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Failure to communicate and misunderstandings.
And misunderstanding, yeah. So I thought Mig was going to do something for the podcast, but he wasn't. And I had the files, and I was supposed to upload them. and I never did, and it's completely outdated. I don't know. Maybe we'll make it like a creepypasta episode 0. You know, something like
Christmas
that.
episode, not as scary as you would think.
I mean, we did talk about. Fuck, what did we talk about? I don't even remember.
You have the files.
We
Wait,
have the top. We have the
what am I talking
topics up
about?
there.
Wait, yeah,
What?
I was gonna say, what the fuck am I talking about? Give me a second. What we had previously was holiday plans, favorite holiday specials, Smash Brothers discussion and DLC, predictions and / wants, our games of the year, outro.
Oh, so we already covered our games of the year. Perfect.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, then.
Wait, what's this here? It says, tell John to shut the fuck up before we put a bullet in your brain. Smile and nod?
Wait, where does it say that? Mig, why'd you say that?
I didn't say that.
Well,
Smile
it
and
wasn't
nod?
me.
If anybody said that, it's you.
How do we know John didn't say it?
How do we know MCI didn't say it?
It was probably MCI, yeah.
That sounds like an MCI statement.
Damn it, MCI.
All right. So, thank you for joining us. I am Dan. You can. I already said this at the beginning, but follow me on YouTube.com/The Dan the Man Show. If this is coming out before Valentine's Day, which, God, I hope it does, because that would be embarrassing. Because the Oscars would have already premiered by then. Maybe I have no fucking idea. Then
Get
I
to
have
it, Dan.
Valentine's Day special coming out. You can also follow me on Twitter, and those are my two main sources. You can follow me on Twitch too. I don't stream though. And go ahead.
John, your go.
Fine. Well, I already did give my Twitter handle at the start of this, but it's at RiverJo24. Oddly enough, it's memes aplenty. It's not my shortest shtick, but
Well, you also have fighting
There you
game
go.
stuff on there.
oh yeah, I also got fighting game stuff on there as well. But oddly enough, it's like 75% memes for some reason.
I mean, that's basically Twitter.
Yeah, it's a scary place. But if you do want to see some gaming action and some fighting game goodness, which I am actually going to start doing on Saturdays if I don't got the crew with me.
Mm-hmm.
The Incredible Crew.
Yeah, the incredible trio that is me, Mig, and Banjo.
Oh, fucking Banjo's there?
Yeah.
Yeah, bet.
Yeah, boy.
Uh,
I don't know who that is.
so you could go ahead and follow me on twitch.tv/RiverJo. No 24 added.
Mm-hmm.
Oddly enough.
Maybe you should.
But you can go ahead and follow me there. I usually stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Saturdays are going to be included at with that as well. I need to update my schedule. Always starting at 9:30 p.m. So if you guys want, you could join me on Monday for a nostalgic stream.
Oh, don't forget your YouTube.
Oh yeah, my YouTube. Well, do I really want to plug that?
Yeah, do it. You're starting to upload
It's a
shit.
great video. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I am reviving my YouTube channel, youtube.com/RiverJo. Recently made a video for celebration of Dragon Ball Super Broly. It was me covering the original Budokai series for Dragon Ball Z. 1, 2, 3, with some nods to the PSP game Shin Budokai's, the PlayStation 3 game Burst Limit, and ending with Infinite World. Go ahead and check that out. Be part of the discussion of what you think is a superior Budokai game, Budokai 3 or Infinite World. Both are great games. Those are the two I would recommend anyway. But mostly it's just going to be fighting game related in terms of as a retrospective for how far each series has gone. And let me just say, now I'm thinking about it, I got my hands full. Mig?
All right. If you guys enjoy the stream, and go ahead and follow us here on Twitch. Here I also live stream the process by which I make some of my art. If you like my art, go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Mig_Bello.
Well, you should tell
post
them
there
your
pretty
Twitch handle too, because if they're watching this on YouTube, they won't know.
Oh yeah. If you want to watch the streams live as they happen, you can go ahead and follow over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Migbello. There you go. I think that should do it for all of us.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. See you guys in the next one.
See ya.
All right, guys, you all have a fantastic night, and thank you all for watching.
Bye bye.
See ya.
See you next time.